3, I'll tell you that.
Very, very entertaining one.
Also, if you support everything like I do, it's gonna hurt the wallet.
Oh yeah, definitely in the long run. Hey Jack.
What up?
I got Big Joe Rambro coming through.
hey, that's the homie, man. What you talking about?
Oh man.
Might hit my man's up one day to come on the podcast, dog.
That man bring fear into your heart, dog.
That's my guy right there, man. I'm telling you, we working on some stuff right now. We working on some stuff.
Yeah, okay.
It's my guy right there.
I gotta put fear into your heart.
Nah, dog. God damn. Oh, low-key tired, bro. This shit crazy. Did like 15 podcasts this week. Shit.
Yep. Overtime.
I'm saying though, bro. God damn.
What's going on, everybody in the chat? What's up? Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Absolutely.
We appreciate y'all. And we're gonna be starting shortly. All right.
Oh, yeah, we got 4 more minutes. I'm about to say, where everybody at?
Yes, smooth probably well, yeah, he probably on the way, driving on the way home, he'll show up. And Bond is probably writing one of his stories.
Oh man, pretending to have a life. This shit crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's getting to be ridiculous, bro.
Nah, if I'm here on Father's Day, he better bring his ass here. I don't want to hear that.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day, Jimmy. How you doing?
Yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah. To all the fathers out there. Speaking of that, y'all already know where I'm going with this.
Hey, fall
Where
back.
is Kofi? the nerve.
Fall back on Kofi, man.
The disrespect of I raised this man in the YouTube community and he couldn't even send me a card. Fam.
Oh, man.
Not even a card, Kofi? Damn. Bro. They don't appreciate shit you do for them, man. I guided this man to starting his own podcast. I told him the ways of how a man should, just act in these YouTube streets, how he should carry himself. And this man can't even send me a card. It's 6:27 p.m. On Father's Day, and I haven't heard a word from this child that I raised.
Talk that talk.
Not one word.
He didn't even say hello today. This shit crazy.
He didn't say good morning, good afternoon, sir. Nothing.
Man, look.
I feel unappreciated, Jack.
I feel you, dog.
I'm gonna need you to talk to him when when
I'm out to have a word with Kofi, man. This shit getting out of hand, bro.
Hey, yo, man, real fast, Jack. Y'all gotta tell me what happened, man. Who had all that commotion going on in the Last of Us lobby, man? I saw
what happened? What happened? What you talking about? What you talking about?
Shaking.
What you talking about?
Man? What happened?
So listen, if y'all not following me on Twitter, right? Pretty much, dudes clipped it. You can see the Twitter clip, right? There's this dude. Y'all might have heard about him named Big Joe Rambro, right?
I don't know that man. I don't know that guy right there.
Pretty much, he's a Last of Us player, and you see all this, tough talking and tough shit that Jack be pulling because he's a Memphis dude. all that shit go right out the window when he runs into this man on The Last of Us. Like the fear that appears in Jack's voice when he sees this man. I have never seen Jack so scared in my life.
Listen, me and Big Joe done had a few running. I'm just gonna tell y'all don't want no smoke with Big Joe, all right? I'm gonna tell y'all, you do not want. He's the only person I done shot with 2 clips of bullets, and the motherfucker did not, bro. This dude is like Michael Myers on The Last of Us, bro. Y'all don't want no smoke, and he does not shoot guns, bro. He don't even shoot guns.
I'm just saying, if
melee.
If Big Joe and Jack was locked in the cell, Jack would be screaming guard. That's all y'all need to know.
Listen. I know my limitations. After he dipped, bro. This dude did shit I ain't never seen on Last of Us before. Did you know you could dip under a melee hit, bro? I didn't know you could do that. Shit crazy. I smoked a stick at dude. He dipped under the stick and then knocked me out. Like, how the fuck that work? Bro, I'm not dealing with bullshit.
What, he got a burst rifle?
No, he don't shoot guns. He only throws hands.
Jimmy, this man, I killed this man twice. Man just got fair in Jack's heart. He just put fair in Jack's heart.
You ain't ran Big Joe.
I need to see that
Big Joe
gameplay. I'm about to see that gameplay.
We gonna see. We gonna have to get Big Joe to run. BG really think you don't want to smoke.
I seen you streaming with him before. The dude you talking about. I seen you stream. He's a good player. I seen that, but
I want BG to 1v1 Big Joe. BG is catching all the work, guaranteed.
Bro, I'm from New York. I don't know. Like I thought you Memphis dudes was tougher than this, man.
Guaranteed he running your fade, dog.
Damn, you have an online bully, Jack. I don't never want to hear you talk tougher.
That's the homie right there. I just don't like playing against him. That's my compadre.
Listen. If y'all ever hear Jack talking tough online again, just bring up Big Joe. He gonna real quick.
Big Joe the homie, man. What up, Big Joe? What's good, fam?
I thought Memphis dudes is one of the toughest dudes on Nerf, man. I was wrong.
Listen, also part of being tough, you got to know your limitations, though. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
All right. Love to fight another day, Jack.
Oh, that's facts. Man, BG really trying to get me clapped out here, dog. Shit crazy.
Damn, you back down. You have an online bully, sir. I don't ever want to
listen. And then did you see his teammate? His teammate was fucking transforming on the map and shit. I didn't have time to deal with it, bro. Shit was crazy, dog.
As an online bully, I'm gone.
Listen, it be like that sometime. Shout out to Big Joe.
It's too funny.
It's crazy.
Where the hell Black Bond at?
Oh, damn, they late now. Okay, docked. Okay, cool. Hey, they can stay gone if they want to. Shit. Try and get a little bit of extra, let me fall back. Oh, man.
Damn, bro. I was dying laughing because I was like, this man Jack really scared, dog.
Nah, BG gassing right now. This is crazy.
Damn. It was funny though. That
don't make me pin the tweet, dog. When they caught you screaming, BG back out. That's Big Joe.
I want to see you run his fade 1v1. Can you do that? I can set that up right now. Damn, I need to see that.
Bro, you said back out because of one person. Jimmy, imagine you playing a video game and one person appears on the other team and your boy telling you to back out because of one man. Not his whole team, one man.
Big Joe do crazy shit. Back out. He do crazy shit.
No. Damn.
See, BG he gonna catch it next time you're online. He'll see.
Bruh. All right, man.
That's funny. That joke was funny though.
He really thinks shit's sweet. All right, he gonna get his fade ran. He gonna see.
Anyway, let's get to the introductions while we waiting for the rest of them to get in here, I guess.
I'm not sure.
Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 145. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, all that good stuff. Shout out to the Patreons, sponsors, super chats. Hit the like button. We appreciate y'all. Hit the notification bell also so y'all can know anytime we go live. These people are back at it again. Well, they never really stopped. My Twitter account this morning got some of y'all saw it got hacked temporarily. Pretty much, a whole bunch of emails was, I got a whole bunch of emails saying somebody was trying to reset my password on Twitter. And I guess it freaking works because I didn't have two-step verification on before. So now I put it back on. So I was able to get my account back.
Well,
pretty crazy.
You gotta be more careful though.
Yeah. All right. So introductions. Jimmy.
Yo, what's up, man? J Mega Games. Father's Day. Hope everybody's enjoying it, man. Let's talk about these E3 games. Yeah.
All right, Jack.
What's good, everybody? I hope everybody's having a good weekend, good Father's Day, and
Cool. And our guest today is Mr. Boomstick. Tell them where they everything about you, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
I appreciate it. First of all, thanks a lot for the invite. I've listened to some of your shows, and it's always fun. I mean, that's the one thing you get with your show. It's always a lot of laughs. I really appreciate the invite. Yeah, listen, I'm kind of new to YouTube. I've only been putting out content since November of last year, but my site kind of blew up a little bit, and I'm a stone throw away from 1,000 subs, which is a big deal for me because I didn't even think I was going to get 100, let alone 1,000. And I cover everything: Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. I own everything. I play everything. And if you'd like to check it out, I do two live shows a week. One on Tuesdays is Boom's Pop-Up Podcast, and on Friday mornings I have Breakfast with Boom. And if you're interested and you want to check it out, go by my channel, take a look and see if you like what I'm putting out there. It's Double Barrel Gaming with Mr. Boomstick XL.
All right, cool. All right. King Josh, appreciate the donation already. He said shout out to the best podcast on YouTube. Keep up the great content. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you. So yeah, this is always a weird time. Right after E3, because we kind of like already discussed all the conferences. So like we're at the point where we're going to discuss all the extra stuff that trickled down, all the extra information. But first, I just want to, I guess, put it out there. I think we briefly spoke on it about, just who we really feel won E3. And I don't want no politically correct answers. Let's not say the gamers won E3. We got to pick a conference. No, that politically correct bullshit. Somebody won. Okay.
That is indeed true. It like I've been saying, man, it depends on how you look at it. If you look at it in a pure conference standpoint, I would say Xbox won. They definitely had the best paced conference. They had the most content shown. You know what I'm saying? It was a good conference. It was a real good conference. But if you're talking about the best games that were shown, it's got to be PlayStation. And I think it's either PlayStation or Microsoft. I don't really think anybody else is in that competition.
How many games they showed? 4, right?
Ooh, PlayStation. 4 main games. Yeah. They had other games. Oh, Jimmy, I see you, Jimmy. I see you. Listen, man. Hey, when you show shit like Last of Us Part 2 and Spider-Man, ain't nothing much else to be said, dog. Like, hey, if you got eyeballs and you ain't, suffer from no type of ailments with your vision, you saw what the fuck went on, man. PlayStation had the best games. Microsoft had the best conference. That's how I see it.
All right, cool. Jimmy?
Hey, man. I mean, he said it all, man. Xbox, PlayStation, Microsoft won, man. They showed up. They did more than I expected them to do. A lot of surprises. They brought new first party studios. That one was a huge surprise to me. I feel like they won, man. I mean, I'll admit PlayStation definitely got some heat, but as far as the conference is concerned, like you said, overall Xbox, Microsoft had the best conference.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Microsoft this year. They did their thing, man. They showed up and they showed out, yo. Like, even though a decent amount of it was actually, I guess console exclusives, if we believe in that term, whatever. But they, regardless of if we, give exclusives more value and more points, they still did show a lot more content, and I would say it was still a little bit more entertaining than Sony. So I'm gonna give it to Microsoft this year. They deserve it this year. So yeah.
But we're going to have to redefine this, man. It's going to have to be Microsoft exclusives. That's what we're going to have to start calling that.
Bro,
really? What if it's on Steam?
I'm trying to keep y'all up to date.
What if it's on Steam too?
Lately, it hasn't been on Steam. So we're going to stick to this whole, it's going to be a Microsoft exclusive. So you guys know the right terms.
That's what we call it
running out here. Yeah, man. I'm just on the new, the new lingo. That's how it's going down. Yeah, man.
I got you.
Exclusive, man.
I got you.
Play on any Microsoft device. There we go.
True. They do make a new term every single year, pretty much.
I'm just giving out a new term, man. That's the new lingo.
All right, Mr. Boomstick.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to agree with everyone here. I think Microsoft. You see, the thing with this. Here's the thing. What I really love about Sony, and what I've loved about what they've done this generation, regardless of delays, is that they sell their fans hope. Right? Even if God of War took extra years to come out, or let's say, for instance, Spider-Man had multiple delays. Even with all of that said, same thing with Detroit Become Human. A lot of delays. But at the end of the day, they sold their fans hope. And they did that through, strong conferences. They did that through PSX. And they did that with, really knowing how to sell the brand when they do marketing like nobody else, right? So you fast forward to E3 2018 and you look at what Microsoft has done. And the way I say it is like this. In the 360 era, Microsoft was doing everything right. And Sony took a page right out of their book and did the exclusives, and then went real heavy with the marketing. And obviously, 80 million plus systems sold. It worked, right? This E3, I think Microsoft had to have a flawless conference because I'm like an Xbox first gamer, but I proudly support everything. And and if you follow me on Twitter, when I was playing Detroit Become Human, or I was playing God of War, or Horizon Zero Dawn, or any of their exclusive, I'm always putting out pictures of how amazing the game looks. And they had to really bring it. And I think what they did during this particular E3 is that, yes, they showed a lot of games. They didn't show a lot of first-party games, but what they did by announcing the 5, studio pickups is they're selling their fans hope that, yes, we did hear you. We understand that single-player, story-driven games that are found mostly on Sony's machine is something that you want, and we're going to bring it to you. It's not going to come maybe in this year. Obviously, they're probably going to have a light fall, and that's fine. But at least we know that they're serious about what they're going to do moving forward in the future. So I agree. I think Sony had a good conference. It was a little weird with like the flute guy and the banjo guy, and I understand with the whole church thing.
Yeah,
but
it was a little weird.
But you know what? Here's the thing. When you're in first place, like Sony is, and then not just in first place, they're in first place, right? You can be a little artistic. And you can take chances that you wouldn't normally take because you want to play it safe and not make a stumble. They don't have to do that. They're in first place and they're doing very well. So they're artistic. Maybe it might not have hit on all points, but at the end of the day, they did show some really unbelievable games. And everything that they showed was something that I'm going to get my hands on, play through, beat it once, and probably play through it a second time.
All right. Cool.
All right. Hey, wait a minute, real quick. Just to correct something Mr. Boomstick said. I don't know if you know about this or not, but Spider-Man has never been delayed, and Detroit did get delayed one time. So Detroit did get delayed, but Spider-Man has never gotten a delay.
Well, okay, you're right. You're right. It was never really given an official release date. You are correct with that.
Yes.
Tick, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's good with you, bro? Y'all can hear me and everything, right?
Oh, Tick, what's good, bro? What's good? What's poppin'?
So, even though Tick, you low key exposed for not playing no games, but we accepted.
Oh man, why you bring it to the podcast?
Right. Hey, I beat about 5 games this year already.
That's
man.
Oh shit! What?
No, this is something we recently discovered about Tick in like Discord. He does not play. Like I don't know why. Like
why you expose this man like this?
No,
hey, this ain't I let this be known. Like this.
Because I was under the assumption this man Tick was like beating like 25 plus games a year. I don't know why I felt that way. Come to find out, this nigga tells me he plays like 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 games a year. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's true, man. Sometimes I beat only 2 a year, bro. That's how I be. Like
that's wild,
like,
bro.
This you thought he was a gamer. He's just a gamer.
Nah, I'm a competitive gamer.
I guess
that's what I
understand. So you put your
that's what they call it.
Yeah, I stay on multiplayer. That's pretty much what I do.
That's what they call it. All right.
But you watched E3. You watched all the E3 conferences, right?
I did watch them. Yeah.
Who do you felt won?
Oh, I felt Microsoft won most definitely. Mainly because I'm gonna be honest. Just like Jack said, I didn't really like many of the games they showed because they showed the cliche, Halo, Gears, and Forza. They showed that. I knew that was going to be in there, but they just showed more games. And then I like that. They said what was an exclusive and what wasn't an exclusive. And it was like Sony just had like a set of games they just wanted to show. They just threw them suckers out there. Really didn't have much explanation about it. They had my man playing a little flute and that game was hard though, the little samurai game. I forget what it's called, but that was lit. But they really didn't show much, and it felt like it was just rushed. I don't know if they're saving it for the PlayStation Experience jump off, but I don't know. But it just felt like they rushed it, and it wasn't that good to me, in my opinion. So I had to give it to Microsoft this year for like the very first time in like forever, because I just felt like they just brought more to the table. So.
Cool. All right. So everybody gave their opinion. I think it's unanimous that we felt Microsoft finally came through. They surprised us. This year.
Indeed.
It was more like Sony surprises because I didn't feel like they was gonna do that. It kind of pissed me off a little bit how quick it ended. But
yeah, that joint was short. I thought it was gonna.
It kind of pissed me off.
Like a little over an hour. It's like a little. Yeah, it was like.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be
an hour and a half.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Got out of there. They got out of there quick.
Okay. So here's what I want to do now. I want to move on to Tick, you didn't get the message, but we're gonna like list our top 10 games that of E3. Yeah, maybe you can come up on
10.
Yeah. Honestly, BG, I looked at the list. I don't even know if it's 10 games worth talking about, bro.
No, I came up with 10.
I got 10, but the last 5 is spooky as fuck. Like,
oh, come on. I'm gonna start off with my list. Tick, maybe you can work on your list while we going.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it right now.
All right, so I'm gonna start at number 10. All right. All right, my list. Number 10, in the 10 spot, I got Gears 5. Showing Gears some love. Right?
You put it at 10.
Doing Gears. It's number 10. Hey, listen, it made the list.
It could at least be like 5.
Ain't nothing wrong with 10, Jimmy.
Well, you know what? Considering there's so many games that were shown, it's getting a top 10 is tough. There's no doubt about it.
Like there was another game.
17.
Let me write this list down, bro, because that's too wild.
Number 10, Gears, like I said. Okay. Number 9, Cuphead. Even though that's an expansion.
DLC,
yeah, I still like Cuphead that much. Number 7, Dying Light 2. Love the first one.
Good choice.
Dying Light 2 was number 8. Number 7 was Rage 2. I still stand by my belief that the first one was still good. It was never as bad as people made it seem. Number 6. I'm gonna put Spider-Man at the number 6 spot.
damn.
Yeah. Number 6.
All the way to 6, huh? All right.
Yeah, number 6 is Spider-Man. Number 5, Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, that's the joint right there.
Yeah, that's respectable. It's respectable.
Okay.
People gonna be salty about this one because y'all like slandering this franchise. And number 4. I got Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Wow, you actually put that on the list.
Yep, I did. I'm a Tomb Raider. Listen, I stand by the fact that no matter what y'all want to say about Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider
just stop.
Is fire.
Yo, that made his list.
I thought you were going to say something else. All right, I agree with that.
Tomb Raider is fire, okay? Number 3, Anthem.
Okay.
I think that game got a lot of potential, a lot of multiplayer potential, and I look forward to it. I hope it delivers. Number 2, Battlefield 5. You already know how I feel about Battlefield. I'm a huge fan, and I don't care about all this, all this petty stuff that people been complaining about it. I'm all here for the gameplay, and it looked good to me.
Wait a minute. Didn't you only play Battlefield World War 1?
No, where you get that from?
You played other ones?
Yeah,
I've never seen you play any other ones,
bro.
He just don't watch BG channel, bro.
That's not true, but
you clearly wasn't watching my channel back in like 2000.
You played Titanfall. Oh wait, yo, you're right. I did play with you. That's how I first met you on Battlefield 3.
Oh,
all right,
You're right. You all right, Tick? You good, bro?
Hey man, it's hot outside. It's like 92 degrees.
All right, I feel you. I got that.
All right, go on.
And number 1, come on, y'all already know what number 1 is. It's The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Yeah. So that's my list. Jack, you want to go next?
Yeah, I got my list, man. All right, I'm gonna go from 10 to 1 like BG did. These are probably in order. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Okay, so number 10, kind of spooky. I got Adventures of Captain Spirit. Now, hear me out. I'm a fan of Life is Strange, and this is a prequel to a game that I thoroughly enjoy, right? So that's gonna be on the list. I only wanted to pick 5 people. BG talking about 10 and all this other shit. Okay, that's on the list. Okay. Number 9, I got Ghost of Tsushima. Why is that game so low? I'm unsure about the game. The combat looked kind of crazy. I don't know if I'm feeling it. Graphics are beautiful though, and I don't like feudal Japan. Sue me, okay? Number 8, I got Sea of Solitude. That game looks very promising. I'm still unsure about that game. I got to see some gameplay of it. Number 7, I got Beyond Good and Evil 2. Even though I never played the first one like that, number 2 is looking very promising, but that game is looking very far off, so I really didn't get that too high.
No, Jack. Wouldn't you kind of criticize some other people for being excited for a sequel for a game you ain't paid?
No, wait a minute. First of all,
don't you get on Nintendo fans for that?
I own Beyond Good and Evil, and I'm playing that game very soon, sir. Okay, playing the game very soon. All right, and the game is a prequel. It's a difference. It's a prequel. All right. Let me see what I got for number 6. I got Cuphead the delicious Last Course DLC. Okay, that thing about to be fire. So that's number 6. Number 5, I got Resident Evil 2. Y'all already know about that. Number 4, I got Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Y'all need to put some respect on that goddamn game, man.
It looks dope.
Number 3, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Nice.
Y'all know I'm looking forward to that game. Number 2, Spider-Man. And number 1, Last of Us Part 2.
Strong list. Strong.
All right. Jimmy, you want to go?
Yeah, man, I got mine. I'm gonna start from 10 to 1, and I'm gonna put. I got different games from y'all, of course, because you know, I'll play some hot shit. But anyway, I got number 10 is gonna be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay.
That was a good surprise. Number 9 will be Ghost of Tsushima. Number 8 will be Sekiro. Number 7 will be Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Trash.
Yeah, man, I can't stop. Won't stop. Number 6, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Number 5 will be Spider-Man, even though this is definitely a game that we played before. I agree. Number 4 will be Gears 5.
Stop acting like all these Spider-Mans the same.
Yo, they are, man.
Stop acting like all Spider-Mans is the same, dog. Cut it out.
Dying Light will be number 3. Dying Light 2, of course, I have to make my top 3. And, of course, number 1 is really number 2. Tom Clancy, The Division 2. And I'll put number 1. Yeah, and I won't put that.
What is this list?
Dying Light ain't up there. Exactly. All fire. And number 1, of course, will be. I'll give it to that PlayStation exclusive, The Last of Us.
Well, hold on, Jimmy. Hold on, Mr. Xbox fan. Where was Gears at?
Oh shit!
I mean, it made my top 5. I'm saying, like,
okay.
I got to see a little bit more, but from what I saw, it's in my top 5. It's in my top 5. That's day 1 for me. You know that.
All right, Mr. Boomstick.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'll go 10 to 1. My first one is going to be Sekiro. I think that's going to be complete fire. I'm a big Tenchu fan. When he was whipping around with that, with the grappling hook, it reminded me of the game big time. For number 9, Spider-Man. Number 8 was Forza Horizon 4. Number 7, The Last of Us 2. 6, Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm a big, feudal Japanese fan. Of course, I'm a huge Onimusha fan, and it looked just like it. Anthem comes in at a solid number 5. Number 4, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. 3, Gears 5. Number 2 would be The Division 2. I'm a huge fan. And number 1 for me, and this is like I literally jumped out of my chair when I saw this come on the Sony stage. The Resident Evil 2 remake.
Okay. All right. I can respect that.
Comment section wilding. What's going on?
Hey man, y'all could post y'all. Hey, y'all.
Shout out to Tony Wood. Shout out to Tony Wood, by the way. He donated twice, BG.
Yeah, shout out to Tony Wood 25. Let me read his donations. After the show, if y'all want to post y'all top 10s list in the comment section, y'all can do that. Tony Wood. Oh my God! What Tony would be saying some savage shit, man.
Yo, crazy.
Tony Woods? Why are you like this?
Oh man, y'all wilding. Shout out to y'all watching.
Stop this dumbass Xbox talk. 360 was the Bulls with Jordan, and today's Xbox offering is the Bulls right now.
Damn! That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Microsoft showed games that are 98% on other platforms. They didn't win shit. Hey man, this is our opinion, man. Stop.
Yo, y'all gotta stop that. Microsoft did one thing right, man. They did one thing right. What they did right was they announced those first party studios. So y'all know when y'all get that Xbox One X2, what's coming, B?
Hey man, so say the K3 gonna be fire.
Exactly. Wait till E3. We still back with it. All right.
I got my list. There you go.
All right, go ahead.
I was gonna put Gears as number 10, but it's one of those agenda games. So I'm gonna put another agenda game there, which is Battlefield 5. The agenda with that. The agenda with those games. 9 piqued my interest, which is Fallout 76. I never played any of the Fallouts, but this one kind of piqued my interest because it's multiplayer online. Yep. Again, multiplayer gamer. So that one. What else? Let's see. So that was 10. And Dying Light will be my number 8. This one's gonna be weird. Dead or Alive 6 is my number 7 because I like fighting games.
That was there?
Yeah, I was about to say they showed that. All right.
I think Sony showed it. I think.
No, they didn't.
Maybe it was Xbox.
It might have still been at E3 though.
Because I saw it twice.
Okay, maybe it was at E3. It was probably
my Dying Light.
No, Dead or Alive.
I said Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive 6.
Okay.
Ghost of Tsushima or whatever. That's my number 6. Sekiro, because that game looked pretty good. That's gonna be my number 5. The Division 2, because I like the Division 1. That's gonna be my number 4. Spider-Man, my number 3. Last of Us 2 being my number 2. And number 1 would be Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Nice.
Okay.
That's my number 1 bet right there.
All right. Cool. So those are our lists. Varying lists. I think everybody had like.
What's moving? Fucking Bond. That
man, these niggas ain't even like put in a notice that.
This shit.
I could cut Smooth some slack because he's a father. Bond ain't a father of shit.
Yeah, Bond, we gotta get on. Smooth is understanding.
What the fuck, Lord?
Smooth got 2 kids. I don't know what the hell Bond doing.
Nah, my number 7 was Dead or Alive, yo. I'm sorry, that's
okay. Like Bond was just in the DMs telling us stories about how he was trying to smash some chick and she's getting owned by Ben Simmons or something. You know, one of them crazy tales.
He got time for all the bullshit when it's podcast time. There you go. Where the fuck this man at? There goes Bond right there.
There you go. He's about to
Bond,
cook.
you late, fam. What's going on?
You asleep, dog?
You 30 minutes late, fam.
Here you go. Here go the story. Hold on. Oh, he just tried to slide in, so
like we ain't noticed.
Yeah, I completely forgot the time differences on my clock from Chicago.
Oh
wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, you had your shit set wrong.
It's an hour difference.
God damn, Bond, that's wild.
Let me guess. You didn't make your list either, did you, sir?
No. We're about top 10 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me 3.
Oh yeah, I already went over that though. On the Solid Revcast, obviously number 1 was Cyberpunk. I had Rage was. I mean, this isn't in any order.
Yeah, just get. You don't got to be in there. Just give us.
I had Rage 2, which was highly surprising because I really didn't feel like the unveiling of Rage just looked stupid. It looked completely stupid, but no, it was the trailer actually kind of blew me away. I'm into Spider-Man. I am definitely into, I guess, the new Smash Brothers. I mean, say what you will about it, it's going to be Smash, so here's hoping that'll be good. What is that? Shadows Die Twice?
Yeah, Sekiro.
Mm-hmm. Shadows Die Twice. That should be a good game. Last of Us Part 2. I mean, still haven't played the first one yet. I got to be playing it after God of War, but that looked pretty outside of like the whole kissing scene and everything. That looked pretty
You got into girls kissing, Bond?
Not ugly girls.
Oh, that's crazy.
Bond tweaking, dog.
So was it like? Do you feel like Ellie and the other chick is ugly, or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
They both look like little boys.
Yeah, they look like boys. I said that too. Yeah.
Damn, savage.
I mean, Death Stranding looks interesting, but at the end of the day, I know it's a Kojima game. I'm not going to be interested in it, so.
A walking simulator.
No, I don't know about that. Yo, the funny thing is about these walking simulators is Zelda Breath of the Wild is a walking simulator.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Metroid Prime is a walking simulator.
Ooh.
So I really don't need to hear about like any of these Nintendo guys on these walking simulators. I thought Fallout 76 was pretty interesting. Don't give a damn about Kingdom Hearts 3. What was that one? Resident Evil 2 remake. I didn't see that, so I don't think that was shown like during the show, but that looks pretty wild as well.
Well, I busted that when I saw that. Normal.
There you go.
I mean, I'm interested in the new Fire Emblem coming, even though it looked horrendous and crappy. But you know, they probably just showed it too early. It's gonna end up being a good game, but I don't think I could name 10 games I was like really interested in. But like, those definitely.
You just named 10. Then hold on, what that 10?
I don't even know.
That was about.
That was close. I know that was close to 10. It had to be.
Yo, you know, Nintendo fans, real deal, like don't like us.
Like, why? What happened?
I know that like that shouldn't be surprising, but like when I went on Spawn Waves podcast. Like there was like people in the comment section saying, "Oh, he's from that Nintendo haters podcast. He's toxic."
What?
BG, you said BG, you said Nintendo fans don't like us, BG?
Yeah, like they their viewers like some of the viewers, they were calling me toxic just because I didn't like Nintendo. I was like, damn, dog, like just because I don't like what you like, I'm toxic.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that though? I hate you motherfuckers too. Fuck Nintendo fans.
Oh.
Yeah, I went there. I ain't got no problem with Nintendo, but guess what? Y'all fans, y'all can suck a dick. Fuck Nintendo fans. Facts.
Yo, they real deal don't like us though.
I do kind of feel the same way. I mean, I beat more Nintendo games than most of these fanboys, and they still be hating.
The opinions portrayed in this podcast.
Half of them got Switches though. I got one. BG got one. Smooth got one. Bonton got one.
Smooth sold his.
He got a new one.
Yeah, he got one. I saw him on Twitter. He was tweeting about something.
Yeah, he got one.
I haven't even played mine yet.
But 4 of us got Switches.
I always say I'm well renowned to saying I don't hate Nintendo. I just hate they fucking fans, man. Hey, Nintendo got some pretty decent games, but they fans are pieces of shit, and it is what it is. I'm cool with a lot of Nintendo guys, but at the same time, a lot of them are narrow-minded, entitled fuckboys. It is what it is.
Yeah, entitled for no reason. I'm gonna post that video of BG zoning out on the Switch.
Like, I don't mind guys like RGT and things like that, but you're right. A lot of these guys,
actual fans, yeah.
I watch Shy Guy, RGT. Pat the NES Punk and them, they're Nintendo guys, but outside of that, I really don't watch a lot of Nintendo channels.
Nintendo fans are all bark no bite, man. They complain about games like The Last of Us and Uncharted, but they don't go out and buy the games that they claim to love, like Metroid and Zelda. So I don't want to hear shit from these motherfuckers, man. Like fuck y'all. Straight like that.
Y'all not helping the narrative that we hating Nintendo.
No, I want them to know I hate them. I got videos of why I hate them.
There's a big difference between Nintendo and Nintendo fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Y'all ever go anywhere with AI, y'all gonna feel different, man. Them dudes
what they gonna throw a mushroom at me? Fuck they gonna do. Listen,
hey, Blandrew, how you feel? Blandrew in the chat.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Any
game Blandrew don't come through here no more.
Oh, what?
Any game with a cutscene is a movie to y'all.
Listen.
Damn, it changed like that.
Ever since me and Blandrew got into it, he don't come watch the show no more. Like I really like. I blocked him on Twitter.
Wow. When did this happen?
I said he was a fuckboy, and he stopped showing up.
Well, that makes sense.
The craziest thing though is a guy like Trey won't come on Weapon Wheel, but he'll go on what is that?
Press start.
He'll go on Press Start, where half the members of Weapon Wheel are on the panel.
Oh man.
I really was gonna ask Kofi just like let me in just to show that how stupid that is.
Shout out to Dr. Trey, man.
Let me just read some more super chats. Tarek Ahmed, y'all graded Microsoft like it's a special needs child. Man, listen, why y'all doing this, dog? Like, why can't we just be thankful that Microsoft did a good job? Why y'all can't accept this?
Shout out to the viewers.
I mean, I guess Sony and Microsoft can be interchangeable. I would say Sony had the better games, Microsoft had the better conference, but we all know Nintendo had the worst conference.
Hey man, they funny though. I bet half of y'all 360 fans, about like 5 years ago. I need y'all to chill out in the chat.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Some of them fraud in the chat, man. Y'all chill out.
So? You think so?
I think so.
I mean, I heard from certain doctors that Nintendo is poised to have the best E3 of all time, but yeah.
He admitted he was wrong about that too. That's crazy.
And you know what they did? They blamed me for that.
Oh man, this shit. Oh man.
Fist of Sage, you can't play presentations on your console. I mean, what is E3? That's what we do. Y'all being extra like y'all being extra mean to Microsoft, man.
You also can't play multi-plats on your Switch.
Listen. Even though I prefer PlayStation, I can honestly say Microsoft had a better conference. It is what it is, right? Like I said, like y'all saying, 3 months from now with Spider-Man out, am I gonna be like, damn, I'm enjoying the fuck out this game of the year contender? But Microsoft had a better conference 3 months ago. I'm not gonna give a fuck, right? So just get them this, bro. They had a better conference. It is what it is. It ain't nothing, It ain't taking off from PlayStation.
Listen, y'all gotta realize because some of y'all real deal be acting like to admit Microsoft had a better conference is like. Y'all acting like y'all like giving up victory or something. Like y'all ain't winning nothing anyway. It's not something y'all personally won. Just say they won. Y'all not losing nothing.
It's not a L. It'll be all right, y'all.
Yeah, y'all not losing nothing. It's not like y'all conceding victory. Y'all, it's okay. Y'all be all right. Y'all gonna be playing Spider-Man in a few months. It's okay.
Right.
Indeed.
Everything good, bro. Everything good.
King Josh Royalty also donated. Appreciate that. He said if 360 was MJ, then the PS4 would be Bill Russell.
Ooh,
Wait.
okay.
Got analogies on it. Okay.
But Bill
but the
Russell,
360 would be better than.
No, but Bill Russell got 11 rings and 13.
but he's not better than
But he ain't
Jordan.
better than
Though. He just
Jordan,
got
though.
more
It
rings.
depend on who he talked to.
Nah, he ain't got nothing to do with that.
Okay, if you say
Bill Russell was a trailblazer, though. You got to remember that.
okay, if you say like okay, sure, Bill Russell got more rings, and you equal that to the amount of like consoles Sony sold, sure, but was the 360 okay? It's hard to like compare two different consoles from two different generations.
It's like
Is the
Wait,
360 better than the PS4?
Hold on, wait.
it's like saying the
Wait a minute.
360 is Barry Sanders and the PS3
Wait,
hold up.
was Emmitt Smith.
Wait a minute,
I
wait a
know
minute.
Barry Sanders is better than Emmitt
Jack, you
Smith.
said Bill Russell was on Portland?
No, huh?
I'm
You said he was a trailblazer.
yeah.
No, a trailblazer in sports.
Okay.
He played in Boston in the 60s when people didn't like black. They still don't like black people in Boston. So the fact that Bill Russell went out there and won championships in a crowds of people that fucking wanted to murder this dude, you can't listen, man. You can't underestimate that shit. Like Bill Russell was definitely like it's just you can argue that. He was playing against a lot of bumps though. I give him
Yeah,
that.
you play against a lot of stuff. So we're not no.
Everybody was like 5'8" and shit. But listen, bro, that's what they're doing.
Listen, we not doing no more Microsoft slander for the rest of this podcast. All right, y'all gonna have to stop it. Microsoft won. It is what it is. Let them live. Let them have this. Why y'all can't let them have this?
And I hate Microsoft, and I still get them the W for that.
No more Microsoft slander is tolerated for the rest of the podcast today. All right, y'all
So,
gonna follow.
where's
Microsoft
our-
Slam 2018.
Where's Retro Studios' new game? 5 years, no game announcement.
Shit, I don't even think they know where is that.
Remember when Nintendo fans were all hyped for Metroid Prime JPEG 4?
No, but that they making that racing game. I heard they making that Star Fox racing game.
Yes.
I heard that thing true. Yeah, really a game.
I'm back. I got a phone call real quick.
Hey, Sony had a game that never been shown again. What happened to Deep Down?
Oh, that's
What
Capcom, dog.
What happened to Agent?
See,
Them games ain't never coming out, bro.
Stuff.
I don't know why people's hype for Deep Down anyway. That shit look trash.
it looked like it looked like a Souls game, bro.
It like a bum
graphics
ass
was great
version
at
of a
that
Souls
time.
game when I saw it. Yeah.
Graphics were great though.
You know what? Yeah, that's why people's hype. They showed a CGI trailer at the reveal of the PS4, and people thought that was like the end game graphics. They like, oh shit, PS4 games look like this. Like, god damn. That shit threw everybody off.
Yeah, it's still in development, but damn, that's like 5 years now, bro.
Man, about trying to play this shit though.
Also, just gonna look at bring up the E3 Twitch stats. Of course, this isn't there were so many different places that you could have watched, all the different conferences, but I don't think we have the actual, total numbers for those. So, but Twitch does have its stats for the most watched conferences, and Microsoft was number one. They were also number one last year, with 1.7 million viewers. Last year, they had 1.1 million viewers. Ubisoft was number two, 1.6. They had 986,000 last year. Sony was number three, 1.5 million viewers. They had 926K last year. Bethesda number four. PC Gaming Show, I thought they would be last, but they was number five.
They beat Nintendo. What?
Nintendo was number six, and EA was number seven.
Wow, that's shocking. That's
They
shocking.
have more viewers than like Nintendo and EA is like beyond.
That's shocking, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Didn't they? I'm sure they streamed Microsoft E3 on Mixers as well, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what them. You know how many viewers they had on that?
Nah, I was watching it on YouTube because Mixer's buffered too much for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think I watched all of them on YouTube as well, except for Square Enix.
Smooth is here. Smooth. You were probably busy. Yeah, I figured you were busy with Father's Day. You didn't get a chance to make a list of your top 10 E3 games, did you?
I didn't, but y'all already said y'all's already?
Yeah, you can. No, we can get to you later. You can work on it now if you want to, and we'll get to it later. But yeah, Microsoft had the most watched Twitch conference. So
Shout out to Microsoft.
yeah. I think it is. You could say it's because people were kind of like seeing, like, they felt like it was kind of like a do or die situation for Microsoft. Like they had to show up, so a lot more people were like anticipating it. I feel, it could have been that.
Well, you know what? They went into E3 with their backs to the wall. There's no doubt about it. I mean, like I said, it's they needed to sell hope to the fans. It was a bad 2017 in regards to first party stuff. 2018 does not look to be. It's certainly it could possibly be weaker. So they really need to go. They really needed to go into E3 and be like, okay, listen. We're gonna address all the issues that we've gotten in complaints from the fans, and they did that. And you know what? Look, at the end of the day, regardless of what flag you fly, everyone, and I mean everyone, if you support all three systems, start collecting cans now, because from now to the next 18 months, we're all going to be poor as hell. A lot of games to buy, a lot of third party, a lot of first party, so it's going to be great.
Yeah.
No, I be on the PC. I get discounts.
Oh well, if you game on PC, then yes.
No. But you realize, like, we not even getting discounts on PC like we did before. Like, you remember, like, there was a time where right off the bat, I feel like, some PC games would be like $30. I don't feel like it's like that no more. It's like 40, 45. It don't be 30 no more. Like,
you know what it is though? Like, it was because you used to get those game cards when you buy like a graphics card and stuff at like computer stores.
Mm-hmm.
So people used to go in there and just buy graphics cards just to get the codes and then return them suckers, then sell them on those key sites. Yeah. Now they figured out a way to stop that. So now they be printing on the receipts, and if you cancel it, it cancels that joint. So now they can't do that. So I think that's why it's hard to find them on those good deals and stuff like that now.
Because I remember the first Tomb Raider, I bought it on PC. I got that joint for $30 flat, like brand new, day one, $30.
Right. I think I bought Battlefield 3 for like $32 when the first came.
They started locking you can't even redeem the games on PC no more if you don't have that series of card either.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that you bought it with. Yeah, that's how they alleviate it. That's smart though. That's smart.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next thing we gonna move on to. Even though you said that our wallets are definitely gonna get raped, like I think Jack tweeted this. Like the next game, I feel like I'm really buying like that ain't gonna be until like September. Like that's when all the games gonna be coming out. We kind of got a break right now in the summer. Let's talk about this Sony and Fortnite situation. So anybody that linked their Fortnite, their Epic account, it's their Epic account,
right,
to PlayStation, pretty much they're unable to play Fortnite on the Switch or any other console, right?
Fuck
no,
Fortnite.
they can't cross play with the Xbox or the Switch. You can cross play with everything else, just not the Switch.
They still can't do it.
No, you can cross play with PC, mobile, but not anything else. Yes.
And listen, it's not okay at all what Sony's doing. I don't think anybody thinks it's okay. But the reason why Sony is and they made a statement and pretty much they said nothing. They're like, okay, we're open to hearing what people got to say, which is saying nothing. And the reason why they're so lax about it is because they know y'all ain't going nowhere. For example, Greg Miller wrote this post to Sony and he was like, it's tone deaf and all this shit. And I think he even said, y'all are making me consider going on Xbox. Greg Miller, shut your ass up. You ain't going nowhere. Come on, dog. Sony know you front and you bluffing. You're not going no fucking where.
It's not even. I don't even think it's that though. It's a lot of things. Call me a contrarian. First of all, I think they should unlock. You should be able to use your account on any system if you got an Epic account. But there are things that people are not talking about, and I do not understand this. Right? Okay, cross progression, cool. But just say, for instance, if you had a PSN account, you can unlock it on Xbox or the Switch. If you buy DLC on the Switch version of that game, only Nintendo is getting that money, but you want to take that same content and have it accessible on every other platform. So it's a monetary issue that needs to be addressed. A lot of people getting on Sony. The Xbox is the only platform you have to actually play to still play Fortnite, even though it's a free-to-play game. That needs to be addressed. It was one more point I had. Oh, yeah, there's another thing. Nintendo and Microsoft getting kind of comfortable. I'm seeing tweets about don't be surprised if Gears Pop end up on the Switch. Fame tweeted that out. Fame, he kind of got inside sources. So, they getting real comfortable. So, is Gears Pop coming to the PlayStation? Is fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's some canoodling going on. So, everybody that's trying to hop on PlayStation, like I said, cross progression should definitely be unlocked. It ain't no reason. That's an Epic account. They should be able to use it anywhere they want to. But at the same time, I can see why it's not unlocked. I can see that.
Listen, I just think Sony's cocky. They know when you know you got the consumer in the palm of your hands and you got exclusives coming out, it's they not worried. Like, fam, you ain't going nowhere. And even if you do leave, you gonna come right back. It's like
where was this last generation? Where was this anger last generation when Xbox ain't want to play fair?
But that's the thing, though, right? Why would PlayStation and Microsoft, they going in two different directions, right? Nintendo and Microsoft are giving reasons for people to stop playing on their platform. PlayStation ain't trying to do that, dog. If you got Fortnite on PlayStation, that's where the fuck you need to be playing it at. Now, if it was a PlayStation handheld, yeah, you'll be able to play it on there. They not trying to tell you to go play on the Switch or play with motherfuckers. Like, come on, man. They did it with the PC. They did it with mobile. I play with my homie on the PC all the time on Fortnite, but I can understand why they don't want you having playing on a direct competitor's fucking platform. I can see why. I definitely can see why.
I'm just saying, man, because like, yo, I remember Final Fantasy was trying, on the Sony, they was trying to
last
play with Xbox, right? And that's when Xbox was winning a little bit, and they was like, nah, we're not trying to do that. We're not trying to partners with Sony.
They said they was a closed platform and all this other shit. And that's why Final Fantasy 14 is crossplay between the PC and the PlayStation, but it is not on the Xbox at all. It would be on the Xbox if they would have allowed crossplay. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't remember that.
Right. So I don't got a problem with it. I don't even like Fortnite anyway, but I don't care. I mean, it's free to play.
Y'all know my line. It don't affect me, so I don't. It don't affect me because I don't like Fortnite, but it's not okay. I know it's not okay for them to do it. I don't agree with them doing it.
I want to crossplay with some people that own the Switch, and I'm cool with. I want to crossplay with them, but I can't because it's locked. But I don't give a fuck if they don't never unlock the crossplay with Xbox. I'm gonna be honest. I would like to see them unlock the crossplay with Switch, but like Tick just said, Xbox had their chance. They turned it down. They can go fuck themselves. Switch, they ain't never do that. So I do crossplay with them.
Don't get me wrong, though. I wish all consoles and platforms were crossplay.
I know, Jack Move, you're trying to say like the whole karma thing, but you got to say online gaming then wasn't where it's different. How it is now. It's completely different.
Yes.
Okay, but this is my thing though, right? And crossplay is perfect. It'd be lovely if I could play with you no matter what platform you're on. At the same time, they not trying to give people options to leave their fucking platform. Like, that's silly. Like, Microsoft do that with the Play Anywhere.
Why would anybody need to leave their platform? PlayStation, how would PlayStation lose anybody? They got the most of anyone. They're at what?
And also
80 million? Like,
this is I don't care what nobody say. They can deny it all they want. This is a money issue. If you buy your battle pass on Switch or Xbox, Microsoft and Nintendo get that money. What money PlayStation? But if you unlock it on PlayStation, they're gonna have to give you the download for fucking free. They not finna do that. Now, if somebody's not getting compensated, and that's vice versa as well. Nintendo ain't trying to lose out on the money. Xbox ain't trying to lose out on the money. I don't think PC.
I didn't know that. That do make it. That is a good
exactly. So cross progression, you have to get all your items. So that it's got to be some money switching hands with that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that makes sense.
They only get a small percentage. See, the issue at hand isn't so much the crossplay.
I thought it was half. I thought they split that money in half.
No, it ain't half. But
I think it's like 30%.
Yeah, 30%.
The battle pass is $10. They're getting $3, and Epic is getting $7. How I understand it. But again, the issue I think here isn't so much. See, that's what a lot of people are doing. They make it out to be it's just a crossplay thing. It actually is not really the main issue. The problem is that if you play on PlayStation, which a lot of people do, they are the popular brand of console, right? I think that's well established with 80 million consoles plus across the world. So that's I'm not saying anything that people don't already know. But the problem is this: if you're a multi-console owner and you're a person that happens to, let's say, travel, and you are a Fortnite freak, that is your game, that's what you play, that's what you enjoy playing, and you're one of these Fortnite players that spent $100 on your battle pass and your emotes and your weapon skins and your clothes, okay? And you're like, well, it's now available on the Switch. This is dope because now when I'm traveling, I'll just bring my Switch and I won't miss a beat. And then you get hit with a block with a block wall that says, wait a second, sorry, Sony doesn't allow crossplay, so all of your emotes and all of your progress and all the money you spent is locked behind a wall at Sony, and you have to start from scratch on the Switch. And I think that is where the anti-consumerism comes into play. I really don't want. I know that it's easy to immediately turn the switch and say it's an Xbox versus Microsoft versus Nintendo thing. That's not in fact the case. It is, in my opinion.
Okay.
Again,
Oh,
in
wait,
my
what's
opinion.
not- okay.
In
At
my
first,
opinion,
I
I think
thought
it's
it was
anti-consumer. That's
At
just.
first, I thought you just couldn't play. I thought you could carry progress.
What's not making sense about this? Pardon me. What's not making sense about this to me is, isn't Nintendo and Xbox doing it though already? So
Yes.
That means that
Okay, but this is what people don't understand, right? PlayStation can crossplay with everything except Nintendo and Xbox, right? And Nintendo and Xbox can crossplay with all the shit because they agreed to it. Like Sony is not agreeing to it. I really think it's a money issue. That's what I'm saying.
But see, that just throws the money thing out the window if the other two are doing it.
Yeah.
I guess Nintendo don't give a fuck. I don't know.
I just think that it's listen, however you want to take it, Sony's in the lead, right? They are the lead console. So if they kind of want to be bullish, you know what? We're not going to know the ramifications of this particular situation until 6 or 7 months from now. This is not something people are outraged now, and it's a hot button topic. So it's a hot button topic on podcasts and on YouTube and on Twitter. I totally get that, but we as gamers and we will not see how this is going to affect the bottom line until at least a couple of months from now, whether or not player bases move. Like if like for instance the PlayStation, which by all rights it should be because there are 80 million consoles, it should be the more populated place to play Fortnite, right? I mean, it should be by pure definition of 80 million consoles. It's facts, right? If we see a decrease, or if Epic or Sony sees a decrease that's significant enough to be like to raise an eyebrow in a boardroom, then something might change. But we're not going to know that for a couple of months. That's what I think.
Well, I sent Dark Cloud, who's an actual Sony employee who feels like he has the real explanation. I sent him if he wants to come in and explain.
That's another thing, right? Like, I don't have an issue with the cross progression. I think that should be unlocked, like I said. But also, I need the same people. And this is what's crazy about this Fortnite situation, right? A lot of Xbox dudes seem to be up in arms about this shit. But like I said previously, Xbox is the only platform that you have to pay to play Fortnite. It's free on every other platform. You ain't got to pay a single dime. Why do you have to pay on Xbox Live to play free-to-play games? What's going on with that? Yeah, it's free to play, right? So why the fuck do I got to pay for Xbox Live to play it? I don't understand that. What the argument at about that?
I got what you're saying.
You got to pay to play Fortnite on Xbox.
You got to play to go online.
You cannot play free-to-play games.
Dude.
No, where is the
I think there's a good argument because you still got to pay on all of them anyway.
No, you do not.
Oh, you don't gotta have the PlayStation Plus to
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to own. You do not have to have PlayStation Plus to play any free-to-play game.
I didn't know.
See, PlayStation's backwards. PlayStation make you pay for PlayStation Plus for games you have to buy $60 for that already have the feature in it.
What? Stop this,
so it's
man.
like why? So it didn't make sense. Why allow it for free games, right? And then
because it's free. What the?
But what about
Then
you pay $60 for that already has multiplayer, and now you got to pay, but you have to pay for that version. So you pay for the game and play for online.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, it's just funny to think about that. It's like, okay, cool. You don't have to pay for it on a free to play game, but then you still have to pay for it on a game that you paid for.
Either way it go, all this shit is fucked up. Like I said, I do believe cross progression should be unlocked. Crossplay, I don't think that should be unlocked with an Xbox. I think it should be unlocked with Nintendo. That's how I see it.
There was actually people like that had on their like prediction lists or their wish list for E3 is that Sony and or Microsoft were going to announce that they were going to make their online free. I'm like, y'all tweaking.
Right.
If y'all ever expected
I seen that. I was seeing that and I didn't understand where that was coming
I'm
from.
like, y'all bugging if they think if y'all think Sony and Microsoft
They make
giving up
billions of
any of that
dollars off
money.
this shit. Why would they give away billions of dollars, bro?
They is not giving up that money.
And they already claimed that's how they keep the service up. Like,
Yeah, they not.
That's a lie. That's a lie. But y'all might as well build that PC right now. I know they claim it, but they lying. But go ahead and get them PCs right now.
Man, they not giving up billions of dollars, bro.
Yeah, they're not giving it up. Listen, do they need that money to run the online? No.
They got advertisements all over it.
Can it help that money help to improve the online? Yeah, I think like after Plus launched, like Sony's online service did improve. Like at least it went down less. way less.
And they give away those free games to shut.
Yeah, they gotta pay for them games too. Y'all forgetting about that?
Yeah,
games with Gold PS Plus, they gotta pay for those.
Gamer M said, "Here in Europe, Xbox doesn't exist. Xbox is desperate for XPlay because it's the only way gamers outside of North America will consider an Xbox. Sony knows this, and that's why they're like, fuck no, it's business." I mean, it's right. Like,
that's
you know,
the
main territory where Xbox thrives is North America. So,
brings up a good point.
Yeah, we giving Sony a pass.
But this is my only thing about the situation. People trying to act like crossplay on the PS4 does not exist. I've played Rocket League with my friends on the PC. I played Fortnite on my friends with the PC. Like, crossplay exists. It's just not crossplay between consoles, right?
I sent Dark Cloud an invite.
And all y'all Nintendo motherfuckers complaining. First of all, y'all don't even have a stable online service yet. Get that figured the fuck out.
Oh my god.
Matter of fact, Fortnite is the only game on the Nintendo Switch that you could do native game chat in. Is that not an issue? Like, what? Come on, man. Y'all got bigger fish to fry at this motherfucker, dog.
You gotta put it in
Y'all
social
shit
security
together,
to
bro.
add somebody, bro. Nah,
Come on, man. Stop this, man. Crazy.
All right. Well, I mean, I do think. Well, do y'all think Sony will eventually change this? Because people
eventually they'll change going into next generation.
Yeah,
I think they need to unlock the cross progression. I think they need to unlock it.
They're winning, so they're not changing that now.
Like, I was asking though, Epic K10. I'm like, hey, bro, like unlock the cross progression. Like,
no, they can't tell them what to do what they want.
How not? But that's Epic shit though. That's an Epic account.
Yeah,
how can
but
they not?
it's still
How can they
running
not
on
tell them like, can you please
running,
unlock the?
But it's still running on their OS. They can't.
I mean,
tell
yeah,
them
that's true. That's true.
how to push it through. Yeah.
I guess.
Okay. All right, we can move on. I guess Dark Cloud can't comment. But EA did want to clarify, Bond, that airlifts are not loot boxes.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
This is what they said. Why would they lie to us, Bond? Listen,
Oh my god.
EA wouldn't lie to us.
Explain what it is. What is it?
They didn't explain what it is. They just said it's not loot boxes.
It's like a loot box to me.
They
gotta buy it. You gotta buy it. I mean, that's what they need to clarify. Do you pay for it?
I do think you can buy it, but it's not like a random thing. Like
that's the difference. The difference is you know what you're paying for.
Yeah,
you're paying for a direct.
So it's not a gamble because you know what you're paying.
Yeah, it's a more
still a booty
transaction.
It's still a booty box, but
It's a microtransaction.
Yeah, it's a microtransaction.
Yeah, it's not more. Yeah, it's more of a microtransaction than a loot box.
it's still garbage though.
Oh yeah,
I ain't that mad at that.
Yeah. PlayStation Now may receive a download feature. Do y'all think that would like completely make the service worth it?
yes.
It
If
would
they
add
that price too.
Yeah, the pricing I think is the biggest issue there. If it was just a monthly price, like Game Pass, that would be fantastic. And unfortunately, I'm not sure whether you guys know, it's only going to work with PlayStation 4 games. It's not going to work with anything like the older stuff.
Oh,
So it would be just PS4 games to work on the PS4. I really think that the service. I mean, obviously, when you download the game into your system, that's dope because there's no lag and there's no latency. That's big, especially in shooters. The biggest issue though is the pricing structure is a little.
Too high.
Yeah, it is a little high.
$20 a month.
I heard that rumor about it being just PS4 games down on PS4. But this is my thing, right? PS Now like damn near $30. Why the fuck would you pay $30 a month to download a game you could buy natively on the PS4? That don't even make sense.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
They're gonna have to restructure that.
Question: because since PlayStation Now is on PC, could you download it to your PC as well?
I would assume so.
Why would I do? Well, I guess to play it exclusive.
So not stream it.
See, okay, that's the thing. If that PS4 only game shit true, I'm not checking for the service. If they lower the price and it's all games, I'm definitely copping it. I gotta cop that.
You know they're gonna have to go with the Games Pass approach with this. They have to. They gotta compete.
I would like for them to do that.
Because then Xbox is gonna sell way more consoles because of that.
They also need to add video download to shit you purchase off the PSN store. The PS3 had you bought a TV show, you bought a movie, you download it to your system. Now it's streaming. I don't like that shit. I don't like it. Yeah, they don't want people stealing this shit, but it's like encrypted. Like I don't fucking know.
Oh, $100 a year?
Yeah.
What's 100 a year?
They said PS Now is 100 a year.
Still?
That's if you get it on sale. That's if you get it on sale. It's like $24 a month, right? Some shit like that.
It's like 30 to 20. Yeah, I thought $20 is what it was.
It's too goddamn much.
Yeah, $20 a month is too much for those old games.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like they've even been like adding to the library that much.
Oh no, see, okay, no, that's not true. I didn't know this. PS Plus has 650 games on it. I mean PS Now. That shit got 650 games on it right now.
Is it shovelware?
I don't know. It's various games. I don't know. My homie got it. I ain't got it.
I mean, you put PS Now next to Xbox services. It's pretty trash compared to Game Pass. It's trash. I guess just the
download, man. Gotta be able to download that shit.
Microsoft slowly stepping back up.
Well, you know what? Listen, don't be surprised that Sony, like, even if they don't do it in the PlayStation 4 era, like right now, and they're just restructuring their online services to better compete in later on with the PlayStation 5. It would, if they can get a service for $10 a month that's similar, where you can download and not just first party games, it's whatever PlayStation 4 games are going to add. It would be tremendous for fans, especially if you're on a budget.
Oh, Dark Cloud said you can't download that to PC. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Y'all worried about Sony getting cocky? Did you think they actually falling back into their ways?
Nope.
I mean, they still dropping games.
They look comfortable to me.
That's what I'm saying. This is the thing about comfortable, and this is the thing about competition and all that. PlayStation, according to a lot of people, PlayStation ain't felt no competition all generation. And look at the quality of games that we've gotten. So,
but Jack, hold on. You don't think they slowed down in the last year and a half?
I don't think they did.
No, they sped up. Like, listen, I'm just gonna say this. If PlayStation ain't feeling no competition right now and they cocky right now, I hate to see what these motherfuckers do when they start feeling pressure, dog. They might drop shit, make
start being able to download those games. That's what you start.
Listen. Bro, you can't even it's not even a comparison to games that PlayStation did drop this generation. If that's cocky, stay cocky. I want you to walk in the room with the Kanye Kobe shrug in this motherfucker. Like, stay cocky, bro. Wear the shades, sunglasses to the meetings, all that. Stay cocky, goddammit.
How many PlayStation exclusives we got this year?
I think it's it's 3 if you're counting first party.
And how many we got last year?
3 or 4.
They usually do like 3 or 4 major.
Yeah, like 3 or 4
usually 3 or 4 a year. Yeah, but you know what it is? Why they killed it last year was because of all the second party stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, regardless of however you want to look at it, when you can only find Hellblade and Neo and Nier Automata and Persona 5 on your console, you stack that with all of their first party stuff, man. That's a big lineup.
Yeah, because let me ask, how many exclusives have Microsoft dropped this year and last year?
2 this year.
We have 2, and then they have obviously Forza coming out. I mean, if you're talking about really big ones, it's going to be a total of 3, depending on what you call big. They have a few of their.
We wasn't supposed to get into this. We wasn't supposed to get into this, man. We wasn't supposed to go in.
Oh yeah, we're not supposed to slander Microsoft. No, that's right.
Yeah, we wasn't supposed to go in.
I mean, if you look at it though, if you look at PlayStation, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they usually drop like 3 or 4 big games a year. Like Boomstick say, they got the second party dealings and whatnot, but it ain't gonna get into
what I'm saying is from the way they looked at E3, they looked like they were a little bit more comfortable than they were the year before. To me, that's because the
PS5 is being made right now. They ain't finna announce no new games. Even though they say they got new games.
You can't say that because Microsoft came out on stage and said they're working on a new console.
Bro, damn this PS5 thing being made. Bro, where's this coming from?
You know damn well. Listen, Guerrilla Games.
Here we go.
You know damn well Naughty Dog is making a PS5 game right now. Y'all can't be this dim. Come on now.
I said dim.
Yeah, we know it's gonna be The Last of Us remastered.
They might come out too, but damn well they make
The Last of Us Part 2 absolutely going to be on PS5.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be playable in some form or fashion. Like, I would be upset if it wasn't. Like, come on now.
Yeah, when is PS5 coming out? 2021?
Ain't no telling.
2020 the earliest.
I don't think it's 2020 because we ain't seen no graphical.
Yeah, I mean, if look, I'll put it this way again. Sony is the master of marketing. They've proved that this generation. And obviously, if you look to 2020, I mean, again, 2021, probably logical. But as a fan, you'd love to see them come out in 2020 simply because it's the 25th anniversary of the console. Exactly. So it is a big marker for them. And obviously, the Sony brand is going to sell itself. But, you tack on, it's the 25th anniversary of the actual brand. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal.
Next year is the 25th anniversary. It started in 94. Yeah.
Actually, in the States here, it was 95.
In the US it'll be 25.
Yeah, I'm saying, I mean, well, again, it depends. What I suppose where you're going to be celebrating it, but for the US, which is their biggest selling point of all Sony brands, it would be 2020. And if, like I said, if being the masters of marketing, they could use that. I mean, the PS5 is going to sell itself regardless. But if you tack on, making it a year-long celebration because we're celebrating 25 years in the world, I think it's a big deal.
I know I'm going to be the bad opinion on this, but I feel like it's going to be like 2025, bro.
You're bugging.
Can it be like the 30th anniversary? I'll just say, look.
That'll be the pro.
Are you drunk right now, bro?
Hear me out.
That'll be the pro version.
Hear me out.
That'll be the PS5 Pro.
Every console comes out when there's a graphical generational leap. We haven't seen a generational leap. Even Nvidia has come out and said that it's gonna be a while before a new graphics card comes out from them. Like
that's why they're gonna come out with
wait.
I thought they said they're announcing a new graphics card.
Wait.
No, they said it's literally gonna be a while before a new graphics card comes out from them.
But I don't think this next generation is centered around graphics. GPUs.
Wait a minute,
I think it's more CPU bound.
Let's stop the fuckery real quick. Let's stop the fuckery. Wait a minute. Now, before last generation, we got to put some quick math out. Quick maths. Before last generation, the average console cycle was 5 years, right?
Yes, I know that. Last generation was
8 years. It was 8 years. Okay, we've been in this generation 5 years already. So you telling me you think this console cycle is gonna last 12 goddamn years? Come on, now.
It could. So back then, games used to be made faster. The technology wasn't as harder to create games. So you used to be able to drop games a lot faster than you can nowadays. And you see games take way more long. They take a lot longer for you to actually develop them nowadays. That's because the technology is more advanced. So if it's taking longer for a new graphics card to come out, because they always have to play catch up to the PC. The PC has not shown a generational leap yet.
That's why
to the consoles.
This is what I'm telling you this right now.
This is why until I see now, it don't have to be 2025. It could be 2020 if Nvidia brings something out that's so drastically awful that there's a huge.
Let me break it down to you. Right?
I would believe it.
GPUs is not going to be pushing next generation. Matter of fact, don't be surprised if the GPU from like the Pro and the Xbox, the PS5 and the Xbox 2 GPU differences isn't that much different from the Pro and the X. It's going to be the CPU. The CPU is going to be the biggest change.
That's where they have the bottleneck problems. That's where they need.
That makes sense with the direction they've been going in with these services too. That do make sense.
But I'm saying,
technically, if you
and it's saving money.
If you literally put a new CPU in the Xbox One X, it's a next generation console.
Yes.
Judging by its GPU, it's a next generation console.
Yep. I agree with that.
That's sort of true, but the process, the graphics card in there still isn't that great. So you'll be if it had a better processor, it would still be like high settings, on a PC. But what I'm saying is like it don't make no sense to buy a new console if it's not going to look much different from.
This is another thing.
But that's the nature of consoles, though. They don't jump.
Wait a minute. This is another thing, right?
Like it's a waste of money, in my opinion. If I'm just buying the newer console because now I can play at 60 FPS at 4K, but I only can play 30 at 4K high settings on the last one.
But you never.
PS3 went from 720 to PS4 being 1080p. It's not really that big of a jump.
I mean,
you're never going to get You're never going to get a standard definition to HD leap ever again. It's never going to be that much of a drastic look ever. Like games look pretty damn good. They're going to look better, but it's never going to be that leap. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Hey man, ain't you the one they wanted to kick off a hard 8 joint though?
Wait, what happened?
Nah, because you told me to shut the fuck up. I need you to chill out, bro. opinion ain't like it all.
No, he's talking about Melon Matt in the comment section. Hey,
Oh,
yo, hey.
I was taking up for you on that other podcast too. They wanted you going. I want you to chill out, homeboy.
Oh, let me fall.
Chill.
Let me fall,
Yo,
man.
shout out to Melon Matt. That's
But the thing is,
Shout out to Melon, man. That's the homie right there.
I'm with Jack and Johnny. I don't think graphically games are gonna get that much better. I think the more advanced we get is gonna be more what they do with NPCs and destruction. How many people? It's gonna be shit like that, and that's why don't be like. I think the next generational push is getting those frame rates up and being able to support multiple display options.
yeah.
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
I mean, I dig what y'all saying, but like I said, it's definitely always a graphical leap when the new console come out. So
Yeah, it's gonna look better.
I mean, a smidge better. It's like he brought up the PlayStation 3 to the new PlayStation 4. Like it was a textual graphical upgrade compared to the resolution as well. Like the textures got much better on the PS4 compared to the PS3.
Like,
But
there's no
check,
arguing that.
check, you know we gonna go from checkerboard 4K to just regular 4K. Now,
I mean,
60 frames, 30 frames, that's a different argument.
But I wouldn't have called that a PS4. That's what the Pro should have been. Like they should have put more money into the Pro.
I agree.
And Xbox did it the right way. Sony decided to take the cheaper route and came out just so they can, jump the gun.
That's why I think Smooth is right about the GPU versus CPU argument.
Why don't we ask?
They're gonna have to make it affordable.
Why don't we ask an expert like D-Batch?
Yeah, call D Batchin. Yeah, call D Batchin. He can probably answer this.
Bro, D-Batch the silliest motherfucker on the internet, bro. I can honestly say that.
Yeah,
I just want y'all to
the
remember.
boss.
I just want y'all to remember. I ain't got no beef with D-Batch, but this man brought his. I ain't gonna disrespect. He brought his person on this podcast and said that Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Xbox One X would run native 4K.
Not 60.
frames
Don't say
per
60.
second.
Oh, he said that. When did he say
Yes,
that?
he did.
Oh
When
yeah,
did he
I
say
remember
that?
this.
Also, I gotta call out Rand because I love Rand. But Aaron Greenberg was tweeting out about playing Destiny 2 on the Xbox One X, and Rand confirmed that Destiny 2 was gonna be native 4K, 60 frames per second on the Xbox One X. I don't think it is though, is it? I'm not sure about
I'm
it.
still waiting for the
it's-
Assassin's Creed 1080p 60.
Yeah.
Hey, like, bro, where do these dudes get their info,
You
bro?
can have a 60 frames per second.
Where do they get
Where
their
we going, man? Where this chicken from?
D-Batch admitted he was wrong about the assassin.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
Destiny is locked at 30 on both consoles.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was hearing this is native 4K 60. I'm like, God damn, that shouldn't.
Now,
I was like, that's
we
impressive.
might not even see that on the next consoles. We gotta wait and
Of
see.
course, bro.
No, I think
Hey.
60 frames per second is the target
You
next.
know they're not going to focus
Nah.
on 60.
I think I'm actually willing. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm willing to
Don't bet. Don't bet.
Stop.
No.
Don't bet.
That sounds just like a bet.
I'm willing to bet $60 that 50% of the launch titles
Yo,
of
he
the
bet it.
PS5
Okay.
and the Xbox 2 will be 60 frames per second.
Well,
Okay,
60% is a big number, though.
It's the launch titles. The launch titles would.
That's for now.
Native 4K?
No, like native 4K 60.
No,
60% ain't a
Hey,
big
hey,
You
number.
got
hey,
like
I'm here,
three
I'm here.
simultaneous
Hey,
bets
can y'all
going
hear
on
me?
right now.
Yeah, what
Oh,
up?
speaking of bets, Smooth, where my money?
What did I lose?
$60.
For what?
Perfect Dark.
Oh yeah, didn't you say I had to? You were supposed to send me a game on Steam, or I was supposed to send you something on Steam?
Yeah, but you can just give me a $60. I can't speak. Can't you just give me $60 and see him get money or whatever?
BG, can you pay this nigga?
You want me to take from?
You passing it down.
What the fuck?
Oh, you want me to take your amount and give it to? I can do that, Bond.
Yeah, you can just do that. That's fine.
Yeah, I can do that.
Hey, Smooth, I'm gonna need you to up that number to like 90%, though, bro.
Yo,
Make it so it's tough. You're supposed to say 60.
losing money to bookies.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what up,
Yeah,
Cloud?
we hear you.
What's that?
All right, yeah. So real quick, Sony did not do it wrong when it came to the Xbox One X.
Wait, when the hell did
there's
Dark
reason-
Cloud get in here?
You just did.
That's a second ago.
Yeah. So what I can't stay long. The wife will kill me.
Mhm.
The reason why they did it dynamic. When Microsoft Xbox One X came out, they said most powerful console, 60 FPS, uncompromised. Correct?
Yep.
It's obviously not so. Now, that's a marketing slur that they actually are using today. They still continue to use, and everybody that's associated with Xbox make fun of them for that. If Xbox came out with a new console, Xbox 2, and then said 4K 60, how is that going to sound to the general public?
Because they already doing it.
They're already
According to
doing
them.
it. So the reason why we came out,
they're not marketing 60 frames per second.
it's not. No. But that they said that everyone
No,
takes jabs at them.
no.
for
Albert
that.
Pinello said that in referencing to games that are already out that are running at 60 frames per second.
But
So,
that is the marketing slur that everybody.
it's not the marketing. The marketing slur is true 4K right now.
Hey, kid, I don't have time for you. I don't have time to argue with you. But everyone keeps saying 4K 60 on compromise. Is that what all the Xbox and PlayStation fans keep saying?
No.
Now they're not.
No.
He's saying that's the perception. That's the perception.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. At first, that's what
That's the perception.
That's the perception, all right?
But
We're not talking about us, the people that's on YouTube. We're talking about the consumers that have that mindset. Now the next console comes out and says 4K 60 again. As a consumer, I'll be like, wait a minute, nigga, didn't you say that last time?
Didn't Sony say that though?
That won't be the
we did
marketing
not.
term,
We
though.
said dynamic 4K. I work for the marketing team for PlayStation. We never said native 4K. We said dynamic.
I'm about to go watch
We
it.
also never said.
I'm about to go
So
back
the
and
next
watch
Oh, yeah, the
console that
commercial
comes out.
dynamic, yeah.
Yes, it says it all over our stores. You go in anywhere, any Best Buy, you go over to the PlayStation side of things, it says dynamic. We never say native, we never say 60. So when the next console comes out and it does that, we actually have a selling point because now the customers know this is a 4K 60 machine.
So, Cloud, can you real quick explain? Because you said, our points weren't exactly it with the Fortnite Sony thing. What is it with that? What's
It's
going
not just do crossplay anything with Microsoft. Whenever we do crossplay with anybody that we actually have to give out our algorithm as well as our database in order to do things. Remember a long time ago, Phil Spencer, you can look it up. He said that, who knows, you might see Xbox games on PlayStation. PlayStation doesn't want anything to do that. By tying in, by doing crossplay, we now open ourselves up to do business with Microsoft and they can push ourselves within our algorithm. We don't want nothing to do with that. That's why we never do crossplay with them. It has nothing to do with anything in the past or being in the lead. As a business, we just don't want to do anything business with Microsoft as that way. As a matter of fact, if you notice, when it came up, if you look at it right now, if you play Minecraft on the Switch, you can also get achievements on Xbox with that. Does that not help Xbox out? We do not want to help Xbox whatsoever with anything.
Wow, that's beef.
What about Nintendo?
Nintendo just doesn't care. They want to do anything right now to basically make their system more appealing to everybody, which is why there are all types of games on Nintendo. Think of Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Wii U, the games that you're getting now. If there is a Grand Theft Auto, there are even games like Senran Kagura where you feeling on titties, sexual games, all those things. They want to appeal to everybody. What's really selling the Switch is not even mainly first parties. It's a place to play a shit ton of indie games as you go. They just want to capture more clientele as it goes. So that's their business. But we just don't want to do any business with Microsoft because it opens up our algorithm with them, and we don't do that. We still don't even do that in TV business. We never tell you how much use our TVs are. We never tell you what type of processors we use. We never tell you how many zones are in our TVs. We just don't like to share our information.
Okay. All right.
There you have it from a Sony employee himself, man.
Statement made.
There you go.
All right. The other thing I was gonna ask is, so Microsoft, said they're already working on the next Xbox. So y'all think that's launching before Sony's next console?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Hey, Cloud, what you think, Cloud? Cloud, what you think?
Well, actually, Jack Move actually has a point on something, and he's actually the first person who said it where it actually makes sense. We're not being cocky. We just can't talk about any new IPs because those new IPs are going to be associated with PlayStation 5. So we're not being cocky. So any games that's actually has not been announced, or when it is announced, it's going to be for PlayStation 5 as a hype. Not that it's not going to be. It's going to be a hype for the PlayStation 5 itself. So that's why we haven't announced anything. But we're not going to say that Microsoft is going to be the first to launch it.
I think Microsoft is coming out first.
I think so too. That's the way it sounded.
Yeah, just looking at the timeline, you can probably pinpoint something actually to 2019. I believe it's 20. They'll have another console in 2019. That's just me.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Now,
But if you think about how they've been doing their models,
screw all the insider things, which I don't know everything. I do have people that work on the PlayStation things are best friends. Does that make sense? How many consoles have you bought with less than 7 years?
Not many. Shit.
Yeah, I can't lie. If they do that, they would make people really mad. I don't think
No, it's going to come out in 2020. There's no way that
That's exactly why I'm trying to make Kid Smooth think. I'm trying to make Kid Smooth think. That's basically over close to $2,000 in less than 7 years.
Yeah.
Until I see a graphical difference, I don't believe it. But if it happens,
also for you,
the first person you can pull up here, and I apologize for what I said.
Also,
but right now,
for you, Tick, you're looking at it wrong. You're looking at it on the PC side of things.
Yeah, he's looking. Yep, I was
You're
just
looking
about
at
to
it
say.
incorrectly. When it comes to consoles, remember when the PS4 came out, the graphics that graphics is not even close to comparable to PC, and the graphical leap that you're expecting is not going to happen. That's basically at that point CG. That's not going to happen in consoles or PC for the next generation. And consoles are not trying to catch up to PC. They're trying to be streamlined to get 60 FPS. So Kid Smooth makes actual perfect sense of what it's going to be. The graphics card that's in the systems is not the problem. It's not the problem. It's actually the CPU and the RAM that's being used that's being held back. So if the Xbox was to launch with a brand new CPU, it would have been a brand new system out the gate.
Why you
the thing is, a processor can't run if the graphics card won't allow it to bottleneck the processor.
Incorrect. You're looking at it wrong again. What does PC do? PC doesn't fix anything. Instead of using the graphics card on PCs, what do? They throw more hardware at it. They don't fix the problem. Look at the games that are coming out.
But the process is the hardware.
Hold on. Look at the consoles. Look at the games that consoles are actually playing right now, and then ask yourself, if you were to build a hardware based on those specs, could you play those on a PC? Basically, what consoles are doing is taking weaker hardware. Instead of throwing more hardware at it, they're using more software and fine-tuning things. So if you were to have a console,
but a fine-tuning,
if you were to have a console, a closed box system that's just as much as my PC that I have right now, it would outshine the PC, not because of hardware, but because they would have to fine-tune every game to work in a closed box system. It's not better than a PC, but when it comes to PC, they just throw hardware at it. The perfect game is Crysis. Crysis is the most beautiful game ever, but no matter how much hardware you throw at that shit, it never gets better.
True.
Right?
Unfortunately.
Well, that's one because of coding, but once you do get better hardware for it, it makes the game run a lot better.
Yeah, but again, you're throwing hardware at it instead of software. You just answered the question.
But a GPU is hardware, and if you want better graphics, you need better hardware to do so.
You can fine tune the games.
You can fine tune the game, but that's like changing anti-aliasing.
That doesn't matter. What console gamer would care about all of that if the game is running at 4K 60 undropped but looks amazing?
But why would you buy a game that has just a slight resolution boost but no texture boost? Like,
the biggest
I would not buy a console
60 FPS on every game, correct? Games already look amazing now.
That's subjective. Some people like the 60 FPS, some people like graphics. I like both. That's subjective.
So then you have to stay on PC, but your argument doesn't make sense for consoles.
But I'm looking at all the generations of console. I mean, I've been gaming since 1990, bro.
If you think about it,
never jump that much. That's what I was trying to tell you. They don't really jump that much.
They do. Like, okay, let's look at Sony PlayStation. Let's look at the Sony PlayStation.
1080p was
Sony PlayStation from a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis. That was a graphical leap. Sony PlayStation from
I
was looking at it incorrectly.
He's looking at it wrong.
It was more opportunity to make a jump back then too.
Yeah, because hardware was going through a different process.
SNES came out in 1990. The PlayStation 1 came out in 95. That was 5 years.
The process was different.
But it still stayed the same with last generation.
That's like a graphical leap between 1080p, your CRT TVs, and 720 and up.
Like when the PS4 and Xbox One were introduced, I was like, yo, their graphics are pretty similar to how the PCs were. When it was on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, you could see it was a huge difference from PC to those consoles. Like I'm like, yo, the textures look muddy. They're horrible looking. The textures are really like extremely sharp. You see jagged edges all over the place. But once they hit the newer consoles,
the gen lasted so long too.
That was the graphical leap. The textures increased. The texture count increased to it.
How weak is the Jaguar processor compared to anything in PCs right now?
It's pretty decently weak, but
hard.
Yeah.
Then let's think.
It ain't. I don't know if it's 8700K.
If I was to take a bullshit GPU
or a Ryzen
2018, and now put that in a console and then restructure it to run on new graphical processing, new engines, and all that, but it's much weaker. that means I have a world of a dream of a system now. You're not looking at it. How weak a Jaguar CPU is right now compared to a PC right now, they're not even close, not even halfway. But yet they're still pulling games out of their ass and making them look amazing on them.
Yeah, but if you watch Digital Foundry, they'll literally tell you on Digital Foundry those games are running 30 FPS and not even locked half the time. On top of it, the texture settings.
You brought up. You're digging yourself a hole right now.
I'm not digging myself a hole.
I'm explaining what I think. No. If you go back and you watch,
you ain't let me talk, y'all. Let me talk, and then you throw your
go.
Okay, all right, bet. All right, so look, they'll tell you on Digital Foundry when you compare those games. When they compare them to the PC, they're like, okay, the PC's running 60, they're running 30, and sometimes it's not even locked. On top of it, they'll say, okay, it's running from high to medium settings compared to the PC. All right, and this is on Pro, and the Xbox One at least gets high settings. All right, so that tells you right there they still are playing catch up to the PC. So if they come out with a new console, so now they're just going to be on par with the current PCs?
No.
Honestly, though, let me chime in for a second.
They wouldn't be compared to the current PCs. They're waiting for the new.
They're waiting for the hardware to get cheaper. Yeah,
exactly. They're gonna be using the Ryzen or like the Ryzen with the what's the name of the new one?
The 2700X, right? That thing.
The Vega, the Vega, actual Vega, not the bullshit that dude from whatever was saying.
Indeed.
But there's gonna be baked into the actual system, which means it's more than 3 times the horsepower of what Jaguar is giving us right now. Again, in a closed box system where games are actually mastered.
The Jaguar CPU is a cell phone process. It's pretty much. But my thing is, like, I'm just saying, it's no point of buying a console if there's no graphical leap. It's a waste of money.
What if it's a performance leap, though?
Man, the Pro was that. The Pro was that. And I got a Pro. Don't get me wrong.
You know what it is?
I had a silver spin on my old PS4 and that joint died. So I got my money back and I just paid an extra $100 for the Pro.
Yo, Chick, I realize what's going on here. You know what it is? It's what you consider a graphical leap. Because there's always going to be a graphical leap.
No, that sounds like an Xbox. See a graphical leap.
No.
That don't fly, bro.
Hold on. He says a graphical leap when I said
put a PS1 game to a Dreamcast and PS2 game and tell me if they look similar. No, I don't want to hear that. No.
Yeah, but if you take an Xbox 360 game which was 720p and you compare it to an Xbox One game which is 900p or 1080p, that's not that much of a graphical leap. You get what I'm saying?
Go back and look at GTA 5 on the 360 and compare it to the Xbox One version.
Yeah, it looks better.
Way better.
Graphical leap is going to be CG related looking games.
No,
that's what I'm trying to say.
That's not CG. This is textures. This is texture. This is added foliage.
That's not a graphical leap.
This is texture added.
Yeah, it's not a graphical leap. It's not. Yeah, it's the way
pixel count is also increased. What do you mean?
That's not
it's the way you looking at it.
What do you call that then?
You see that? No,
what Black Cloud is
trying to tell you, what he's trying to tell you is. What you seeing is not that much of a
damage control. That's what I'm hearing.
That's not
you also, according to what Dark Cloud was saying earlier about the graphics of consoles, I kind of disagree and agree. It really only applies to Sony's exclusives, and if anything, that's more about the talent of their studios compared to hardware.
And you can't compare those exclusives because they only on them on the PS4. So
because talent is talent, and you see with God of War games like that.
And yeah, we see the difference between
Sony's developers. The truth, man.
Oh boy, here we go with the slander. Here you go.
Sony's developers and Microsoft's developers.
I knew it was coming.
Then that just helps my argument even more. So if the PlayStation even gets a graphical boost in CPU, which is only 2 times or 3 times more power, imagine what Naughty Dog can do with it. Imagine what Naughty Dog can do with
performance, but not the graphics.
I don't expect.
I work at a computer store. You work for Sony.
Sometimes the performance.
What do you think I do?
I sell computers. I'm just saying.
I have a CCNA. Are you CCNA certified?
But I can sell the mess out of a computer and train.
You write code. You sell computers.
I definitely can sell a computer. But
okay.
Girls, calm down.
I'm CCNA. Graduated for computer science.
Oh man,
that you're selling computers, bro.
Yo, wow.
Crazy. You doing big things, man. I dig it.
Y'all niggas really had like
wow.
Y'all really had like a nerd dick measuring contest just now.
I swear.
Hey man, all I said was I sell PC. My man went into his doctorate and all that stuff.
You're right. You sell computers. I actually deal with coding.
Wow.
Hey, man,
Look. All I'm saying is next generation. What I don't expect a graphical leap. I just expect higher pixel counts. That's all I think is.
Yeah, but sometimes what Tick is not what Tick was getting misconstrued, and what he was saying, what Dark Cloud was saying is sometimes the performance is so good that it looks like a graphical leap because they add all that. No, because you're not understanding. The Xbox One X added a lot of things that the 360 didn't have to make the games look better. But really, all you got was 720p versus like 900p. Yeah, but then that goes back to what Smooth said. So that means the next console might just be a better CPU.
The only thing the CPU would do is would improve their performance. You may get a slight like frame rate boost, so you can slightly maybe able to tweak the graphics a little better, but you're not going to see a graphical leap unless you have a strong enough GPU that can withstand those graphics.
And we go back to what you call a graphical leap.
Textures. The next graphical leap is CGI.
Who says?
So what do you consider the next?
Who says that? Leap? The graphical leap I saw in Final Fantasy had to do with foliage that you move and it stays, parted, textures, things man. Like that. That's
Tick is being stubborn right now.
We
Texas is graphics. Just saying.
Hey, this is a gaming podcast.
I don't know what you find Texas
conversation.
Nerds.
Facts. We gonna move on. Y'all can one thing I learned about Tech, he can argue all day about all day.
Oh, he definitely can.
He will not stop.
You gotta prove me wrong. If you don't prove me wrong, I'm not gonna shut up. You gotta stomp the hell out of me. That's how you do it.
He would stop. So moving on from that, so a Tomb Raider developer criticized The Last of Us. What did he say? He said the gameplay.
That was funny. He said
it looked fake and
deleted the tweet.
It did look fake. I ain't gonna lie to you. It did look a little fake.
It did. I agree.
A little fake.
He said it looked fake and scripted, but then he said he tried to cover it up by saying his native language is French, so he just misspoke.
That's a good excuse.
But how you put the word, how you get, even if native that's your native, how you put it looks fake? Like, what were you trying to say?
He didn't even say that.
You want to say it look real, bro? He
didn't even say
that. He gave shade. He was like, "Yo, and fake."
He said and fake. So how was that a misinterpretation? Yeah. He said and fake. Like, come on, fam, stop that, bro.
He went in.
In English in his first language, he just mixed them up.
His native language is hate.
And who was it?
It's been a while since I've been on here, man. It'd be nice to come back a little bit often, but my wife is giving me the dead eye. I'm actually.
Go ahead, man.
All right, happy Father's Day, son.
No doubt.
Happy Father's Day to you, bro.
Later. Thank you, guys.
And all right, man. I think it was Jonathan Cooper from Naughty Dog who checked him, and that's why he changed his statement. But we learned that all that dodging and dipping that Ellie was doing, it's not scripted at all. That's a real functioning.
Well, you know what, BG? Remember we talked about the part where she was under the truck?
Yeah, I thought that was that
looked real spooky.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Every single thing they showed, according to them, is real. Even the shit where he was swinging and missing and was knocking shit off the shelves.
That's crazy.
They're gonna have areas in that game to where if you make the brutes or whatever miss, they're gonna be knocking shit off the shelf, all that shit. Yeah. And I don't know why people challenge Naughty Dog on this shit. We already seen with Uncharted 4 and shit like Madagascar when they was shooting and
Madagascar.
Madagascar, what the fuck it's called. All the shit that was, you shoot the bags and all the sand leak out and all the other shit, the buildings would deteriorate. We already seen them do shit on this level. So I don't know.
That goes back to what we said about talent. That shit was so real, he thought it was fake.
Now I can see why somebody say like, "Damn, that shit looked like fake, like how good it was."
It did. It really did. It did.
Going under the car, I thought that was absolutely scripted. I thought
that's a mechanic in the game. Yeah,
it's not.
I thought that was funny too.
Because if you shoot somebody from under a car, how else would the AI get you? Besides they either got to go prone and shoot you like you shooting them, or they
just the way that the transition into the mechanical use of the gun was kind of it looked crazy. It was like wow.
It looked. Look. Just don't be surprised if they downgrade a little bit. I was going. Don't be surprised.
That's that PC.
I'm not too hyped at this moment. The game looked good. I'm definitely gonna buy it.
I don't think they are, man. They tried to stay away from that this year. E3.
The graphics, man. I was like, yo, PC don't even look this good, bro. Like,
People are using.
I agree with that.
People are using the wrong words describing this gameplay. They're using words like scripted and fake. It's not scripted or fake. And people thinking it's a set piece. It's not that. What happened is when they made the demo, they specifically laid out the shit in a way to where they could play it and it looked fluid like that. But it's also a thing called dynamic, meaning 9 times out of 10 that you play the game, maybe 10 times out of 10 when you play this area, it's not gonna play out nothing like that because you got options of what you can do and shit. So it's not fake or scripted, but it was made
a vertical slice.
Pretty much. That'd be a better term to describe it. It's like a vertical slice of the game.
In-game footage. All right, I got you.
Yeah, I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm just going to wait till it come out. See if
I gotta wait too because it looked too good, man. It looked too
really good.
Yeah, it looked too good.
The way the AI was acting too, the AI looked too good. Like
yeah.
Like,
it was like dummy down, right?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, nah, this AI too smart, dog. I don't know.
Like they had really good animations. I'll say that.
And then they added that new shit where the enemies, well, they was already doing call outs in the other games, but they finna start each NPC got a name now. Like they doing a lot of new shit with this game, bro. Like
Jack, do it look like the listen mode is going out? Because I saw that link.
It got confirmed. It's back in the game. That's another new mechanic. Okay. The arrow in the arm is a status effect. They said it's more than one status effect.
Yeah, bleed out.
No, you don't bleed. No, you don't bleed out. You when you got an arrow stuck in you, you don't bleed out, but you cannot use your listen mode when the arrow in you, and you also it fuck up your aim. Like your aim gonna be like fucked up.
Okay, they got some armor type stuff in there. I like it. Okay.
Yeah. So we hoping that that carries over into the multiplayer.
Yeah, well, like the crossbow. Remember they had the crossbow.
The crossbow.
Like I'm hoping, like if you're damaged or you're hurt, like listen mode, like the more hurt you are, the more nerfed listen mode gets. And
that would be hot.
That's what I'm hoping.
Facts.
Because they said they are refining the listen mode and trying to tweak it and because it was too powerful. Like for you to legit just be able to see through walls, I'm like, come on, that they had to realize that was too much.
Survival was real.
Okay, he said in the chat it could have been running on the PS5. Okay.
Nah. Oh my god.
It's probably running on PC.
One of the game directors. One of the game directors he was one of the lead combat designers on the original Last of Us. So I'm very confident that this game, the combat at least, is gonna be lit, dog.
We know that game gonna be hot.
Y'all gotta stop underestimating the naughty gods, dog. I'm telling you, bro. It's only a couple of developers I say this shit about, and they one up, right?
Am I gonna be moving dumpsters and ladders?
Don't forget the CD guys.
Hell yeah, Tech. Hell yeah.
Know what I'm saying? See, exactly.
Again.
It's certain developers you just don't question. You just got to accept it for what it is, okay? Come on now.
All right.
All this slander.
All right. So a lot of people follow the fake Kaz Hirai account on Twitter, and the dude finally revealed himself, who he is, who's been behind the account all these years, and it's just a regular dude that sells insurance.
Wow, trolling again.
He's from Britain, right? I think he's from Britain.
Yeah, and he linked his personal Twitter account so people could follow him on there. But I think he said he is officially retiring the fake Kaz Hirai account. So
he announced it a couple of months ago. He was gonna retire it after this year's E3. So
wow, that's crazy. He's retiring from a troll account. Okay.
Yeah,
he had some funny. Them tweets was fucking funny though. Like that dude's real clever. Like he a funny cat, man. I thought she was funny.
Absolutely.
It's insurance sale. Watch him get fired now.
Yep. I was just thinking that he gonna get in trouble for saying who he was and all that. Yo.
Why they got that man Trey dodging the weapon wheel logos though, bro? Like,
I saw that.
Where that shit at, bro?
Weapon wheel memes. I saw that.
Oh no, this shit finna be funny.
Now I see the D image with the Stevie Wonder comparison. Oh my god, yo!
Wow.
Bro, weapon wheel memes the fucking goat, dog.
Let me get to some Patreon questions that I got to answer like last week.
Are we having Corpus Smooth again, trying to damage control this corporate slavery defense mode?
Let me do these questions first, and you could take Smooth to whatever you want. Chuck Lockett, he had asked a while back, what characters in video games do you feel like you have actually connected with?
Trying to think. I definitely say Eddie Raj because he was a real one. I'm a real one. He just wanted the bag. You know, Drake was hating on him. I could feel that. What other character? I'm trying to think of all the games. I play so many fucking games, bro. Sly Cooper, because he just want the bag. I just want the bag. He hated on by the community. I'm hated on by the community, so I feel that one. Who else? I think that's it, man. I don't know.
What was the question? I'm not paying attention, bro.
A video game character you felt like you really connect with.
Oh, that sounds sus.
Yeah,
really, dog?
I did that, bro. I get it.
Motherfucker said sus. This motherfucker, bro.
I don't know.
There's characters I like. I don't know if I connect.
Yeah, I don't.
Smooth,
Like-
if you say Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm out.
Like
I could just see you saying that for some reason. I don't know what.
No, I don't have anybody I think I connect with. There's stories
Who's
that
gonna
I
say the goalkeeper in FIFA?
He gonna say a
Like-
Forza car.
Oh no, let me ask Smooth, was you one of them kids that used to do like the ninja run in school? I could see you doing that, bro. It's like you used to do
I
that
look can see that.
with your arms behind your car.
No, I think there was as far as a story that I was interested in pursuing and getting the job done before it ultimately let me down at the end. And that was a Bayek story in Assassin's Creed Origins, but it fucked me up because I wanted to be the one.
I mean, he was a slave too, right? Hold on.
Yeah, but not the thing is, I wanted to be the one to, to throw the hammer down on food, and they took him away from me, and I had to do it as someone else.
You know what? No, there is one character I relate to. I would say Isaac Clarke, because he was just a regular man. There was nothing special.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was just a
I thought he
regular
was gonna
man.
like pick like Stardew Valley or like Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
Oh man, because of the farming aspect. Oh, man, you wild dog. She crazy.
I don't think I relate to any video game characters because I play video games to not relate to them.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, like, I just play it because I know it's not like real, but I guess that's kind of contradictory because I don't like playing with 5-year-olds and children.
Yeah, you want to play for the immersion too sometimes, right?
Yeah, I like to be immersed by characters, but not like really relate. I don't know.
Okay. Another.
Jimmy, you ain't got one, Jimmy?
Nah, I don't.
Nah, man, you tripping.
Oh man, y'all niggas too cool for school.
Probably
I know, right? Yeah, everybody too cool.
Ain't nobody similar to me though. I literally can't think of nobody, bro.
Hey, gentlemen, listen.
That was a good question. I ain't
All
gonna
right,
say that.
all
What's that boomstick?
No, what I was gonna say is, I unfortunately I have to bounce.
Yeah.
I didn't know how long left we have with the show. It went a little long. I thought it was gonna be like 6 to 8, and I unfortunately got to bounce out the house. But I just want to tell everyone in the chat. Chat was on fire tonight. I want to thank everybody on the panel. You guys were really funny. A lot of laughing. I'm not sure if you heard me laughing in the background, but I was laughing my head off. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for the invite, dude. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks for
No
coming.
doubt, no doubt.
Nice to meet you, dog. All right.
Yeah, the chat was real ugly today, but
Oh, they been going in on Tick, man. This shit.
they have, bro. They real.
Have a great night, everybody.
Peace,
All
bro.
right, no doubt.
Hey,
Another.
hold on, let me answer. Hold on. Let me say one. I can't really relate to him, yo, but this was like a story that I really liked though. Shenmue.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, like
There you go.
I really was invested in like finding out, if I could, get revenge on Lindy, but it didn't happen yet. But that was a game that I really liked.
Okay.
I'll say that.
All right. Another Patreon question
That
from
was a good question. That was a good question.
Yeah, Giancarlos Herrera. What was the hardest difficulty you've completed a game on in the last couple of generations? Hardest difficulty.
I wasn't forced to challenge myself until this generation.
I mean,
Call of Duty 4 veteran mode. That's it.
oh, I would definitely say World at War veteran is one of the hardest modes ever. Absolutely. World at War veteran.
Hotline Miami 2 on the hardest difficulty. What made it hard was it you could not do snap-on aim, and it reversed the whole game from the first time you played it, so everything was reversed. Like, that shit threw me off. Uncharted, Grounded, Last of Us. I mean, Uncharted Crush and Grounded on Last of Us. Oh, Brutal Mode on Uncharted 1. Like, they added Brutal Mode to the original Uncharted trilogy. That shit's ridiculous, bro. Like, you literally be dying in, like, 1 or 2 hits. So that shit is crazy.
I didn't think it was like terrible though. I was able to do. I beat those games on Brutal.
But see, you didn't play them games so many times. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah, true.
Even when you know what you're doing, it still be on some spooky shit though. I'm trying to think what other games I didn't play.
What else?
Jimmy Smooth, y'all like?
Yeah, recently for me, I know which one. I know I'm gonna hear crap about this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. What was hard for me to beat on the hardest difficulty for me, like it really was hard for me, was Gears 4.
No, I was about to say that. That's the game I was about to say.
Gears 4.
Gears 4 when you were in the museum on the. Oh my god.
Yeah, Gears was a bitch, man.
That was.
I finished Fire Emblem Echoes on hard.
There you go.
Ooh.
It wasn't really that hard, to be honest.
I got some more games, but I don't even know.
Oh, give me God of War, of course. How could we forget that?
But then again, I am a Fire Emblem's veteran.
Well, that's the thing about
a lot of Nintendo guys.
That's the thing about Give Me God of War though. It's hard, like no doubt. But after you upgrade a couple of times, it ain't that bad, bro. Like, you can fart on enemies and kill them after a while. Like if you upgrade your shit.
Yo.
Well,
you gotta do all the side missions.
Well, yeah, I'm a stubborn ass nigga because like when I was playing through the game, I was at like level 3, opening like level 7 realm tiers and like trying to kill universe.
I did a couple like that, but after a while, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna come back when I'm leveled up.
Shao Kahn on Mortal Kombat 2.
That
was one artist. Hey, yo, that man used to make me cry. Yo, low key, I ain't gonna lie. Crying dumbass on that game.
Oh yeah, the Queen Valkyrie, no joke. She no joke on anything.
Queen Valkyrie soft. I beat that hoe in 15 tries.
Listen, PG
soft.
Y'all good. Fuck that. I ain't playing no more games on the hardest difficulty. Fuck that shit.
Right. You know I ran that game back on easy because I thought I won't be able to beat that bitch. Then I beat her the next day. I'm like, bro, I replayed that whole game in one day for no fucking reason, dog.
Yeah.
She had me shook. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to get that platinum, dog. I'll be back to this shit, man.
Call of Duty on veteran still got me shaking thinking about playing shit on hard, bro. I can't do it. I think I low-key almost had a heart attack back in the day too on that shit.
Yo, what the fuck?
I ain't even lying, dog. My shoulder started hurting, dog.
I had PTSD and shit.
I was about to die because it was a rap.
All right. Last of Us is also sold 17 million to date.
Woo! Crazy.
Pretty good.
I mean, that thing was on sale for $20 for years, but okay.
No, it's like $10 right now on sale.
Yeah.
But it has outsold a lot of
here we go. I knew it.
No, like apparently the highest selling Metroid game ever, which that's a classic fucking series, is 3 million. So compared it to the Last of Us is at 17.
Yo, remember when Barron said that was like gonna outsell Last of Us 2?
Bro, a Metroid game will never outsell The Last of Us, bro. Ever. Never. They're tweaking.
Okay. Just a small little note. Gears of War 5 is no longer Gears of War 5. The title is officially just Gears 5. They're taking off the of War part.
See, I don't trust that only because Gears 4 was announced as Gears 4.
Yep. I was just about to say that.
It wasn't announced as Gears of War 4. They ain't added until it was time to actually launch.
I don't know because they asked Microsoft about it and they said like since people already like reference the game as just Gears, they said they just wanted to shorten the title anyway. This is
but they did that like Smooth said they did that last. I thought the last game was gonna be called Gears 4.
We'll see, I guess.
That's crazy.
Queen's 5.
What you say?
Look at the chat, bro.
Oh no. Somebody said some crazy shit. Oh man, I can't repeat that.
That was some Gears slander going on.
Reggie Fils-Aimé said that he doesn't think loot boxes are so bad if it's in.
Oh my god!
Whoa! Somebody said that.
Okay.
Yeah, he said
I forgot there was a video I was supposed to make this weekend.
Well,
hey man,
he's not wrong if it's like Well,
wait a minute.
No, there's no handling of the booty that I want when it comes to gaming.
Man, look. Nintendo is 5 years behind everybody, and like I told people, man, that's really gonna hurt them because when they first started doing DLC, you had to buy a fucking toy to get it. So you think loot boxes bad? Now wait till they don't tell them what you got to buy to get these goddamn loot boxes, man. It's about to be a wrap.
Okay.
Fuck Nintendo.
And 2 million Switch Fortnite downloads when the game came out.
Nice. Everybody I know with a Switch was playing that too.
Here's my thing.
They can really play it on a cell phone, just saying.
But here's my thing, right? So Fortnite was out on like I feel like 4 or 5 other platforms before it came to the Switch. There was a lot of Nintendo fans that have these platforms that they didn't really seem to care for it to play Fortnite on before. Is why they had to wait till it came to the Switch? Like I always question that. That's weird to me. You know, like
they're like, man,
and it's free.
Yeah.
You can play it on your cell phone. Just saying.
And they can't make the excuse like, oh, I wanted to play it outside. Some of y'all not outside.
Real button stick. Okay, you can literally buy a controller for your cell phone. Just saying.
BG ain't wrong. It's definitely a lot of people I know they playing Fortnite like crazy. I'm like, bro,
All of a sudden, these Nintendo fans want to talk hype about Fortnite. Like, man, the joint been out forever and it was free.
Yeah.
And
they own all the consoles, so there's no reason y'all didn't play it before. It's just y'all.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess they just want to play it on their platform of choice. I can't be mad at them.
I guess they frauds.
The mobile probably looks better than the Switch version. Just saying.
Oh,
Literally could.
But is the mobile version 60 frames or no?
Yeah.
That's savage.
Damn, the Switch version 30.
Oh, is that true?
Yes. Oh
Damn.
no.
Yo, it's on the iPhone, on the iPad at my job, bro. That joint runs 60.
Oh man, this shit wow.
And
That's
the last topic of the day:
Uh-oh, here you go.
women in gaming.
Oh no.
Take on you light skin. No, bro.
Women in gaming. What? There seems to be an agenda, a revolution happening in gaming now, where the species with the vaginas are taking over.
Interesting.
Should us as the male species
Can we get Rev in here for this one?
be worried?
I don't really got too much to say about this. What I will say is I think Polygon or Kotaku, they came out with an article, and I didn't realize this until they said it, but with every single game announced or shown at E3 2018, less than 10 feature female protagonists.
That's a lie.
But the only problem with that is I think the games that look like, I guess, the funnest got like female
The
main
most
characters.
high-profile.
games.
That's why people
high-profile.
that's why people noticing it more. But it's still less than 10 games. So I don't know, man.
So, look here. I don't have a problem with females being in video games. You know, I used to like playing as Claire Redfield on Code Veronica on Resident Evil 2, Jill Valentine on Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, all that. I don't got a problem with a female main character. The problem is, it's just
Female.
after this whole feminism thing with, what is her name? Xenia Arkeesian, or whatever her name is. That
Anita,
chick name?
Anita.
Yeah, Anita Arkeesian. Her pushing her feminist agendas onto the gaming creators, and they feel like now they have to put out these female protagonists like Wolfenstein. Like, I was surprised to see that the Wolfenstein they showed you actually are playing as Blazkowicz's twin daughters.
A part of Rev died when that was revealed.
I was like, really? I was like, are you serious, yo? So like, it's just getting out of hand. And then Battlefield. My main problem with Battlefield is not that it's female soldiers. They could have made a modern shooter and had female soldiers. That would have been good.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's World War II. Females did not take the battlefield in World War II unless it was Russia, and it was only because Russia needed people to fight for them, so they had to grab whoever they could. So they had a very small group of women who were snipers join their military. But for the most part, females were not on the battlefield. They were your medics, or they were your people, you know, making ammunition, or they were the gunners that were shooting down planes of anything, but they were not on the field. It's not the same because they weren't on the field with your guns and stuff. Like, you can look up any World War II picture and you will not see females with men. You're going to see nothing but men on that battlefield.
My
And that's
biggest
the problem.
issue was actually not even with the whole females, is with what the guy said. How do I explain to my daughter there's no women in this game? Tell her to pick up a damn history book, you idiots.
Right. Yo, did you ever see Vegan Games video?
No.
I don't like him. He's an idiot, but like, he made good points on this one though. But like, my man was like, okay, so if your daughter asked you that now, how would a handicapped child feel? Like, well, I didn't know handicapped people in the army. Like, he made a little joke about it, but it made sense. Like, okay, just because there's no females in there, so why are there no handicapped kids in there? What if somebody that's handicapped wants
Vegan
to see
Games
somebody
made
like
a
him?
video about that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, he did. Right, and he's the SJW, isn't he?
No.
Are you comparing women to handicapped people, Tick? Oh no.
I know that's what they was going to say.
no.
Yo, women are getting more representation before black people.
Right, but there's no. I was about to say that too. Like, yo,
Hey, low key.
Yeah.
yo, can we get a Marlo Riggs part 2?
Every time these movements come, you know what I mean? All these people that jump front in line and for these movements are freaking actually, you know, black people, and realize, like, you know, our movements haven't been really that hype, but they want to jump first in line for it.
The
only
disabled
thing,
chick in there, not a handicap.
the only thing that bothered me throughout all the the women pop-ups at E3 was just the Last of Us kiss. Nothing else bothered me until then.
Wait.
And it bothered me because not because it was two girls kissing. It was because it felt completely unnecessary regarding the Last of Us demo.
You know what's crazy about that though, BG? You know what's crazy about that? And I would agree with you, but before this showing of The Last of Us Part 2, all the articles that criticized this game said that this is torture porn, gratuitous violence. It has no meaning. Why is this? Why are y'all being so rude to women? Do y'all hate women? Why you gotta break a woman? Now, and then when they showed this, what did those same people say? The Last of Us is violent, but now I understand it. This is beautiful.
As soon as you make bitches kiss, right?
Exactly.
You throw some gay shit.
Everybody that hated this game, now they understand why those original trailers were so violent. And they said now Naughty Dog finally got it right, quote unquote, with the market. So
like it's just, like I get it. Like some people like the contrast of how 1 minute like they transition from the kissing to the crazy violence. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but it still had nothing to do with like it wasn't relevant to the gameplay. Like if I would have played through this game, right, and say they didn't show that part, and I saw that kiss, I would be like, okay, I'm learning about Ellie's relationships, and I guess her preference and sexuality as a young adult in the game. I would have been like, oh, cool, this makes sense. But on the E3 stage, this has nothing to do with nothing. This is literally just pandering. And be like, hey, we're the first developers to put two girls on a main stage kissing in a major game. That's literally all it was.
Where's that tweet at?
Does Mass Effect have like you kissing a little female alien chick or something? And you can do that as a female?
So hold up, BG, but it don't really affect you though.
No, like I'm just
doesn't affect me.
I'm just saying I don't think it was necessary. Like it was just pointless. It didn't do nothing. Okay, like let's say you left that part out of the Last of Us demo. What changes if you just took the kissing part out? Nothing.
Well, it changes the overall tone of it pretty much. I mean, like you say, they really put it in there for like the stark contrast of the happy normalcy of our life in Jackson to the fucking brutal gameplay. Like it's a very stark contrast. So
I mean, it was for the agenda, but
here's my issue though. My issue is not women in the games. My issue is men in the games skinned as women.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I got you.
That is my issue. It's men in the games that are skinned as women.
True. And like I know Rev did say that like Ellie looks ugly. So what they said they did, Neil Druckmann talked about it. What they said they took half. They had a program, so they took half of what the real girl. What's her name?
Ashley Johnston.
Yeah, they took half of what her like real life image looks like, and half of what Ellie like. Would look like as an adult, and they combined it, and they said that's what the program came up with, and that's why Ellie looks like that.
Yo, BG, I just wanted to say real quick, the part where you see them kissing, I actually understood what you said, but I wanted to tell you that I actually think the reason that they showed that action sequence, that was like something to push the narrative forward as far as the story, because I think that girl might be somebody that dies in the game.
Yeah, of course.
No. She's dead. She's absolutely dead.
Yeah,
leave it to Jimmy.
Hey, real quick.
Hey, man, whatever.
Can anybody tweet me that tweet that it's a gay Naughty Dog death pretty much? And he was he pretty much tweeted
shit.
He pretty much tweeted addressing the controversy with this game. He pretty much said, hey man, if you don't like women in games or if gay relationships in games bother you, you can go fuck yourself. I'm here to make games like this. I'm gonna keep making games like this. Y'all,
we know they putting girls. We putting girls. They putting girls and gay people in games because they want to bring them marketing.
Yeah, I just it's.
They just want that.
I just hate that fucking video games have to be the last form of entertainment that get infected by this bullshit.
Okay, but another thing though, right?
Y'all podcast looking real bad right now.
But this is the thing about this issue though, right? And a lot of people not talking about this, right? People always want games to be more realistic, more adult, and believe it or not, there's a lot of gay and lesbian and transgender people that walk this earth. So that is a part of life. So them exploring that, I mean, it is what it is. Like you ain't got to accept it, you ain't got to agree with it.
It's realistic.
It's realistic. Yeah, it's real. Exactly. That's immersion that y'all looking for, man. Ain't nobody saying y'all got to go suck a dick after you play the game, bro. You can just play the game.
Yo, just like I said to Rev, if Gears of War 2 came out next year, it would have Dom and Marcus kissing. They'd be gay.
Yo, it might be a thing. That might be a thing.
Bro,
Like
you mean if the first Gears game was
I got a lot. They
like
cannot do that
2019, right? Like,
that wouldn't even be Gears no more. Nah, they
no, he's saying like if Gears, like the first Gears game ever launched in like 2019.
Yep, Mark would probably be gay.
Nah,
Yeah, he's right.
that would hurt. That would hurt so bad.
Watch the next Battlefield League character gonna be a fanny bandit. Watch.
No, I
do think the next Battlefield is gonna be like you could be like a hermaphrodite or some shit like that. I don't know.
Nah.
Yeah, they probably
that's too far left.
Inclusion, dude.
Like,
here you go, right here. Hey, BG, put this shit on screen if you want to.
Oh,
he got he got 2 tweets. Oh man.
Once again, all right.
How does he say Bond in the closet? I post more action on Twitter than you get in real life.
Hey, BG, this 2 tweets. Here you go. This is a Naughty Dog nail right here.
And I just want to reiterate, nobody on this podcast has a problem with the characters being gay. It's just unnecessarily, like Bill was gay in the first Last of Us. None of us.
But you would never know if you didn't pay.
But the thing is, it's the difference. It's like I don't even care about the stuff being in video games. It's how they advertising it, putting it. It's how they push it. If that kiss was in the game, it wouldn't actually bother me that the kiss was in the game. It's just being part of the story.
This is like, another thing though. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, go ahead, Scoop. My bad.
No, it's just saying, but let's show this on the biggest stage.
Really, he's got a rainbow paw.
Wait a minute. No, that's because it's Pride Month. Yeah. Okay, listen. Another thing, right, about gay characters in video games. People don't understand this about gay people. Bill, the character Bill, he was I guess you would say subtly. He wasn't flamboyantly gay, right? Gay people are offended by portrayals of gay people being flamboyant. Let me suck your dick, all this. Like, if they act like Robert Cogburn in the game, gay people don't like that, right? People like gay people portrayed as regular people because that's how they feel, regular people, right? So that was my argument with somebody on Twitter. They was like, what if they make a main character gay in the game? If they made a dude main character gay in the game, he's not gonna be around doing all this crazy shit. He ain't gonna be dressed like a person from the Village people. He's just gonna be fucking gay, like. Right. It ain't gonna be absurd with it, you know what I mean?
They did a good job because whole time I even know until BG had to tell me that man Bill was a butt pirate. Like I had no.
Yeah, exactly. People didn't even know.
Like he said partner. I thought he was saying like that was somebody he worked with in the military.
No, because
I like how they do that.
Ellie found his magazine.
The way they did that was like I don't know. That's fine. Like
yeah, it was low key. It was low key with it.
But it was realistic though.
Exactly.
I just asked if I was homophobic. I said I don't have no problem with chicks kissing, but they're just ugly.
And
those are like 2 sexy girls kissing. Those 2 butches are kissing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they didn't make Ellie look butt though. Ellie looked like a straight dude, man.
Yeah, y'all remember the like way before The Last of Us 2 was announced, like somebody made fan art of Ellie. She still looked like feminine.
Yeah, she looks straight.
You know what? You know who need? I'm sorry, but what is the one woman who played Damn, what's the chick in that last X-Men movie, Days of Future Past? The one that teleports Wolverine?
No idea.
She opens the portals?
Yeah, that's what she looked like.
Yo, she needs to sue Naughty Dog, Neil Druckmann. All they just ripped her whole entire life.
Wait a minute, which one you talking about? Ellie? That's Ashley Johnson's actual face, though. I will say this about Ashley Johnson: her chin area is too rounded. I think for a video game character, it's gonna make it look crazy. They need to fix that. Like,
all right, so hold on. I'm sorry in the chat, y'all. I'm just joking when I'm saying all these little, things like butt parties. I'm not really homophobic. I'm just doing a joke to all the homosexuals in the chat. Like one of my homeboys at work is gay. He's cool. As long as he don't walk behind me, it's all good.
Anytime you speak remotely negative about a situation, it's like it's automatic. You're homophobic, regardless.
I'm just doing it.
Like,
by the way, the name of that character is Kitty Pryde.
Yeah,
you talking about Ellen Page?
Ellen Page is gay in real life too, right? Yo, they ripped her off. Not only
he right.
Whoa. Y'all know Ellen Page actually tried to sue them, right? Y'all already know about this, right?
Yeah. She was upset with it. She was upset, yeah.
But this is what they did. Originally, Ellie actually looked more like Ellen Page when they originally announced the game, and then when people kept mentioning it, they actually went back and changed her. So
that's exactly who she looked like.
And not only that, she looks like the chick from Light Drizzle.
I don't
know that game. I don't even know what that is. That's
Heavy Rain.
Oh, I was like, what's light drizzle?
Yeah, that sounds like you should see right
Light
away.
drizzle? Oh
Bud,
my
you know,
god.
no, Bud, you talking about Beyond Two Souls? You know what's crazy about that? That is Ellen Page.
Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that is her. They mocapped her face.
No, they definitely stole her character then, because that's her likeness, 100%. That was her likeness.
All right, well.
Well, that explains why they went. That explains why they went more on that Bush look with the new one. Okay.
This man said light drizzle.
Light drizzle.
So wait, when Ellen Page tried to sue Naughty Dog, what'd they do? Because she still looks like Ellen Page.
They changed. No, she looked way more like her. They just changed it because Heavy Rain.
Instead of 2 lesbians. Okay. Probably wouldn't play the game though. I'm sorry.
No, but even the girl she was kissing was supposed to be like more of a straight chick because that was her ex-boyfriend. She still looked like
that's another thing. That love,
she had that big nose.
That love triangle that's going on.
Yeah, that big ass nose she got.
Yeah, she had that big pickle nose. Yeah.
But that's a good question though. If it was 2 guys, if it wasn't,
Oh my
if it
god.
was 2 dudes instead of 2 girls, I
If
would.
they did that to Joel, I would have went crazy.
Okay, but
BG, put that link up right there. I mean, that just shows you. It looks exact. Yeah, they did try to rip her shit.
No disrespect, but I wouldn't be able to play it if it was 2 guys kissing.
No, this is the thing.
Yeah, I would have to dip out.
This is the thing with characters development. They already hinted at Ellie being bisexual or gay.
DLC.
Else. Now, okay, if we had never seen her, then she just started kissing women all the time, you'd be like, oh, where this coming from? You know what I mean? So if Joel just started kissing a dude and he ain't never showed interest in a man before, you could be like, what the fuck going on with Joel? What did he get clicked? Like, what kind of clicker bit this motherfucker? Like, what's going on with this shit? But
The guy got gay clicker.
yeah, it's got to be a natural progression with the character, man. You know what I mean? You can't just
Bro, they straight ripped her off.
See, that's how she originally looked right there.
See, and like I don't get it. Like you see how Ellie looks like she has a soft face, and then like she gets super, like just broad and like angular, and
I think they did it to go left.
Damn, she looked better as a younger person.
Yeah.
Older
No,
person.
this is what they did.
Hideous.
This is what they did. This is what they did. You could tell.
She
The
only
top
15.
The top half above her nose, that is Ellie's character model evolved. The bottom half down, that is Ashley Johnston. You can tell that's what they did.
Be also, did you just call Nas a whack New York rapper? You gotta stop.
Who said that?
Be Arsenal, bro. He always hating on New York rappers.
Oh man, he's salty.
But anyway, back to the
Arsenal.
overall point. Like, I don't have a problem. Like, I like Terra from Final Fantasy VI. I like Samus. I like a lot of I normally pick females in fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
My whole issue is when you like, again, you have a male character and you just skin them as female.
Mm-hmm.
You have chicks like in Gears of War 5 ripping open monsters. I'm like, bro, stop. You got 2 chicks beating up like a mercenary platoon. You got a chick beating up a little girl beating up 9 guys, blocking a baseball bat with her ribs. Like it's just getting out of control.
They also addressed
it's no different that if like the main character of the next Wolfenstein was like an 11-year-old boy.
But speaking of what Bond's saying, the game developers addressed that as well. A lot of people were complaining about Ellie being the main character. That's why the gameplay is more melee focused than she ain't just gonna be uppercutting dudes and knocking them the fuck out and all that. Like that's why they
I don't
added.
mind her being like I don't.
No, but
think
they
I have a
did.
problem with
They
you. That
said
seems
that though.
fine.
They were talking about that. They was like, Ellie ain't finna be slapping dudes with bats and beating them the fuck up. Like that's why they added traversal and more hiding
And
elements.
bow and arrow, since that's like
Yeah,
a common weapon for
yeah.
females in games.
And the game is more vertical now because you're gonna have to do a lot of running and hiding because she can't fight people like Joel did. So
Yeah,
they
but
actually
she got hit by a freaking giant blunt object and shrugged it off.
when.
But they did do the damage pretty good, like of like showing.
She took a lot of damage. Yeah,
Like they
I
showed
mean, okay,
they
well,
portrayed
it
that
was a
pain
video
pretty
game.
well.
Dude, take pain better than men, though.
What
Bro,
she supposed to have died when she got hit?
if I hit a 15-year-old girl with a baseball bat, it's a wrap for her.
And a lot of these soft ass niggas, you hit them with a baseball bat, they going down too. But look, in a video game, they stay up, don't they? That's what I'm saying. Same shit.
Not all women. Now, y'all stereotyping.
That's what I'm saying. I know some tough ass women too, bro. Y'all tweaking.
All women are like that. That definitely
I
stereotyping.
know some bitches. You can shoot them in their hip, they still coming after you. Like, God damn, what the fuck
Right.
going
I
on?
know some
tough ass
dudes.
women
They
in
get
the
shot
military.
9 times. They get shot 9 times. They crawl 9 blocks.
Exactly.
Hey, yo, punch Cyborg in the face, see what happens. Exactly.
Well, it's time for us to get the hell out of here.
Oh wait, let
It
me
is
give you
massively-
my 10 games from E3.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's hear this one.
All right. So 10 games, right? I got Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5,
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, The Last of Us Part 2, Anthem, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Ghost of Tsushima, Control, Shadows Die Twice, and Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 3?
Yeah. I
one
saw
of you.
something. I rewatched that trailer a couple times, and I saw some intriguing things that kind of had my hopes up.
Hey, Smooth, I got a question.
We were making our bet, Smooth, about Crackdown?
What about Crackdown?
About the possibility about it could get delayed again?
Oh no.
Nah, that's a dangerous bet. Nah, I can't do that.
Think about it.
Hey, Smooth, I got a question about Crackdown 3.
What's up?
How do you feel about them making Terry Crews like the main character? You cool with that?
I don't mind. I mean,
No, but did they actually stick to the 22nd? Because they just said February when I saw the trailer.
That was February 22nd.
They stuck to that 22nd date?
I mean, they just announced the shit like last week.
No, but you hold on. When they announced it, they said February. They didn't
they said February, but later on, the Xbox account, Twitter account,
They tweeted it,
out February 22nd for Crackdown 3.
Okay, so they stuck to it. Okay, they're obligated. All right, I just want to know.
No, but the thing, if you look at the game,
think it will come
the
out on
game
the-
has less of a cell shaded look now. If you look at that trailer, the shit's like some shit's going on. Looks kind of.
I mean, it's supposed to. Ain't it supposed to be cell shaded though? Like,
yeah, but now,
No, but remember at first when they showed it, it wasn't.
no, you know what I just found out about Crackdown 3 because I do research on these games even if I don't like them.
Yep.
Apparently, Crackdown 3 is a direct continuation of Crackdown 1 and 2 is no longer canon. I didn't know that. Why they do that?
It's not canon.
No, they took 2 out of the storyline. So Crackdown 2 technically never happened. They just go. It's Crackdown 1 then Crackdown 2.
It's a direct sequel to. Oh, no wonder they enhanced the first one and not the second.
Yeah, number 2 does not exist in canon anymore. I read that on IGN.
Somebody who has something to do with the game, they got up out of here.
Well, being that Terry, the only thing I have about, you can't take the game serious. So because Terry Crews is the main character, I just wish they let you create your own character, and he just happened to be like somebody.
No, Terry Crews is gay in this game, right?
That's
gay.
so.
I mean,
Originally, they did have it like that though, right?
well, him being gay, or him
No,
being
when you
like,
can make your own character,
him
you
being
just
touched by like directors and shit.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Y'all ready to get the hell out of here?
Yeah, we got to get out here, bros.
All right, outros. Tick.
Yo, thanks for having me. I came, I saw Conquered, I made them rage in the comment section. That's what I do. You know, it brings good ratings. But thanks for having me again, man. It was fun.
On.
What's going on, everybody? This week, for real, I'm starting
Yeah, right.
God of War 4 stream.
Oh, this should be interesting.
You're right.
There's no way Bond can make this boring.
What difficulty you playing on, Bondless?
I don't even know what difficulties exist in the game.
Basically the default ones, but they got like an extra hard mode.
I'll definitely go above default. I know that.
All right, cool.
All right, Smooth.
I'm not smooth.
Anyway,
Or Baron.
Ooh, okay.
thank you guys for watching podcast. Check out this the Undead Labs interview we got on Playing Xbox that took place like this past Wednesday. If you missed it on my channel. All right.
Too, baby.
Jimmy.
Huh?
Jimmy. Yeah.
Yo, man. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. Everybody enjoy the rest of your
Hold
evening.
up. Did Kofi say Happy Father's Day to BG?
No, he did
No.
not. Still waiting.
Oh,
on
my God.
I'm still out here.
I'm
Oh, my
grateful.
bad. Happy Father's Day, Jimmy.
What was that?
Oh, yo, same to you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Ungrateful bum.
Yo, he ghosts. Like, I don't even think he really tweeted today like that. That man went ghost on me.
Yeah, he just
He might be making you a card, bro.
It's because you don't sit and play games with him anymore, man. You don't spend all the time with him.
I
He might be
better,
making you a card,
I
dog.
better get like a macaroni like craft from this nigga or something, dog.
He probably
I'm
chilling with his
down.
pops, man. He probably chilling with his pops.
BG right here.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Oh, that shit crazy. All right.
His other pops.
Okay.
Did I get everybody? No, Jack.
Appreciate everybody for watching, man. Very good conversations. YouTube and Twitter, man, because Twitch banned my motherfucking ass. Jack Move Johnny. Y'all make sure y'all check me out, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. That's everybody. We out. Hit the like button, and we'll catch y'all next week. All right, we out. Peace. It's gonna be an after dark for anybody that wants to check that out. All right, peace.